NFL, San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, the Spurs' 11-game win streak came to a screeching halt yesterday. They fall in New York to the Knicks 114-89. Wemby led the way with 25 points, but he also had 7 turnovers in that loss. Spurs return to action to wrap up the rodeo road trip tomorrow in Philadelphia against the 76ers. The Houston Texans made a trade today to bolster the running back position. They acquired David Montgomery from the Lions in exchange for a 4th and 7th round pick.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the 3rd time in 7 seasons. The San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Well, here we go again. Another week has begun. It's Monday here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagel. He is Jason Minix. And, the weekends just go by like, boom.
They go by too fast?
Just like that.
You get weird sound effects and everything,
Man,
huh?
I mean, it's like we were just here. It was Friday. We were happy it was Friday, and just you blink your eyes, you're back here, it's Monday.
And you're glad to be back at work because you had to do some honey-do list this weekend that should have taken about an hour that maybe took a little bit longer.
Well, dude, I don't know about that. And truth be told, I got tired of looking at the damn thing. So I think Maggie now just kind of, she leaves the box out on the patio just hoping I'll get sick of looking at it.
Uh-huh.
And I did. And so, we got a weird camera angle.
Yeah,
here,
we do.
That's kind of strange.
We got all kinds of things that are going on here in our studio.
Yeah, I don't know where you're going with that, Pledge.
Yeah, I don't either.
And who the hell's been screwing with the cameras?
I don't know. Same person that's been screwing with the lights. We got new lights in the studio.
Yes.
Not new lights. Just refresh lights, if you will. Brand new. But they're all blinky, flashy. It's annoying as hell.
It really is. It's kind of, I don't know what happened here over the weekend. We got a light fixture hanging over here, just like something fell out of it.
Uh-huh.
I don't think that goes that way, Pledge. I think that one comes this way.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah,
if you're watching our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page, you know exactly what's going on. If you're not, I'm sorry. You don't. We'll try to describe it as best we can.
Well, I mean, it is we're trying to center the cameras properly because apparently somebody was in here over the weekend and messed with them.
Yeah,
and I say over the weekend, I don't know what the morning show was like, but something has happened in the studio.
Were they bouncing around or?
They were doing something.
Were they? They must have been.
Who knows?
Dude, either one of those guys, neither one of them's moving very fast, so I don't buy that. Especially Rob, unless AJ's bouncing around here off the walls.
It's a possibility.
I don't know.
But these lights, these fluorescent lights.
Yeah, they're going to drive me insane.
Already?
Yeah, it's crazy. And Pledge claims they're brand new.
They're brand new out of the box.
Yeah.
Does it take them a while to get going? Because they're annoying as hell right now.
Everything looks great on camera.
This like at some point I'm gonna have like a seizure or something with these flashing lights.
Exactly right. Well, that'd be great entertainment if you're watching on San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. So
yeah,
be a good reason to go over there and tune in, like and subscribe while you're there. By the way, and. But, yeah, you can comment there as well. But, yeah, let me get back to this because this isn't – so Maggie gets tired of me looking at this thing, and she was gone. She had something to do Saturday morning. So I said, I'm going to surprise. I'm going to get this thing put together. And I'm not going to use the damn thing until next winter.
Sure, because it's a heater for
the it's a heater. So, Maggie –
No, let's backtrack a little bit.
Okay.
Because you guys have the little pool outside your TV.
Yeah.
You like watching – TV either in a chair outside or in the pool outside.
Yes,
And you've got the perfect setup to do that, except for when it's cold outside, you need heaters.
You need heaters.
And so you bought a heater that's basically good for a deer blind.
It's for a deer blind.
It's fine for you. It's fine for me, but it wasn't attractive enough for your wife.
Well, it's not very because you just hook it onto the propane tank there, and it's got 2 lights that look like,
boobies.
Nice girls, boobies. And but they both light
They
up.
heat up, right?
Yeah, they heat up, and it's great. It works great.
I mean, we understand why you like it.
It works fantastic. It
Dolly
throws
Parton. Is that what you named it?
Well, I should have.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it works, but she doesn't like the look of it. So she orders another one, and I put that thing together yesterday. And as I'm getting it out, and all these pieces, right? And then there's a whole packet of screws and stuff.
Yeah.
So you got to see, you put that thing together. It's got a little stand so it doesn't tump over. And, I mean, there's all kinds of little stuff that you got to do. And so I finally did. It took me about 3 hours to put that thing together. And about, I don't know, a 6-pack of Flight.
All right, so that works.
Yeah, it worked out fine. Listen to a little music out there. So, it wasn't bad.
2 beers an hour.
About 2 beers an hour, I would say, yeah.
For a handyman, it would have taken 30 minutes to an hour?
Probably.
Okay.
But it would have cost me, a couple $100.
Okay. But it works.
It works great. It looks great. And, it's one of those things you're kind of proud of,
You're
to be
proud.
honest with you. Well, yeah.
You accomplished something.
I go out on the patio now and just look at it and go, damn, look at that. It's awesome. So I don't know if we're going to have another cold snap before we head into the heat. Sometimes we get one of those in March, but if we don't, that's fine. It will be there and be ready for next winter.
You see, I think what you can do, because you're so proud of your accomplishment of assembling something that said easy to assemble on the box.
I don't recall it ever saying that on the box.
All those boxes say it's easy to assemble.
This one did not.
Until you have to assemble them.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have extra parts?
Yes. Well, the only reason I have extra parts is because they gave you screws in case you wanted to attach it to the ground.
Okay.
Right? And I don't want to do that.
Okay.
I don't have a permanent spot for it. So I like to move it around depending on where I'm at.
But what you can do with your heater, tomorrow night when the Spurs are playing, go out on the patio and turn that thing on full blast and practice for July.
Well,
see, that way you can get some good use out of it now.
I probably won't do that, but it's not a bad idea. I just hope one more little cold snap, just one, and I'll be fine. So I can go out there and enjoy that thing before I have to wait, 9 months.
And the beautiful one that you bought that your wife didn't like, you keep that as a backup?
Well, I'd like to do that, but I'm probably going to end up giving it to the son-in-law who's got his father's got a ranch, and they hunt, and they've got deer blinds and stuff. So it'll be a nice present for him.
Mm-hmm. Here, Maggie doesn't like this. You get it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he knows because he was there when it came in.
Oh, yeah?
He enjoyed it with me because we were watching the playoff games out on the patio, and that thing worked great. So it was an accomplished and a productive weekend, Minix. What did you put together this weekend? Yeah, not a damn thing.
No, I can't say that I built anything. No. Last week in Phoenix, had to build the table for the kiddo. Always seems like when I go out there's always some sort of box that has been in her apartment for a couple of weeks that you have to assemble.
Sure. And she waits for you to come up there to do it.
Yep.
Boy, dude, why?
Why what?
Why does she wait for you to do it? She knows you better than that.
But it all gets done and it all works.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Just give her the money to let her hire somebody who knows what the hell they're doing.
What the hell is wrong with you? No, she's got a job if she wants to. She, like when she moved, there's a app, I forget what it is, but where you can hire somebody to come do your tasks. I think it's called Taskit or something like that.
Oh, wow.
A little handyman kind of services.
Well, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Do we have that here?
I think so.
Because there were times I thought, screw this.
Uh-huh.
I'm calling somebody.
well, I've
powered through.
I've got a good handyman.
No, I know you do. It's the same guy that you recommended for me, and I used the guy too,
but not for this one. Huh?
No, I wasn't going to do that. I really wasn't. I had to power through. There's sometimes you have to
just prove it to yourself.
Sometimes you got to power through and just get it done.
Did you get some attaboys when Maggie got home and saw that you put together this easy to assemble?
She was very happy. I will say the little instruction booklet was very easy to understand.
So even a third grader could do it?
Well, I don't know about that, but I'm just saying it was pretty easy to understand, and I got it taken care of. So, again, I probably
got a cool new Allen wrench.
When I got no Allen wrench.
You had to use your own tools.
I got two little crescent wrenches that they. Yeah. The only thing I had to use myself was a screwdriver.
Yeah.
That's it.
Do you know how?
Sure.
Okay.
I did. Yeah. Maybe I'll take a picture of it. I'll put it on social media for everybody to enjoy. I think it's a good idea. When I get home tonight, I'll snap some pictures and we'll just have a little collage up there of.
I want to see the one that she didn't like.
The new heater.
That's the one I want to see.
Why? Because it looks like boobs?
Well, I mean, kind of. If you're going to nickname your heater Dolly Parton.
Well, it would apply to that thing.
Well, it
would apply.
Because if you named it Sydney Sweeney, you might get in trouble.
Well, probably would, but it would apply to her, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. The term headlights comes to mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure does.
When it's cold outside.
And they light up, baby.
Mm-hmm.
And they're hot.
And you get burned if you touch them.
No, you don't want to touch them. Don't want to touch them. Sam, do you have any vodka left from the screwdrivers? No, I was drinking Flight. When you're working like that and with tools, beer is you got to drink beer.
Sure.
If you're like a man, I'm doing manly work.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to have a cold beer.
I was at the golf range on Saturday over at San Pedro. Drinking some Flight, hitting some golf balls.
Yeah. Well, it's good.
Most productive thing I did all weekend. That and HEB.
I didn't do anything else productive over the weekend, but it was fun, and those flights went down very very smooth, as they always do.
Mm-hmm.
So it was good.
Spurs went down very smooth yesterday too.
What a horrible game for the Spurs. But I'm not all that upset about it. We'll talk about it, and we'll do it next when we continue here on the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. First, though, I got to tell you about my good friends at Stevens Roofing. I love talking about Stevens Roofing because, well, first and foremost, they're just good folks. Good family-owned company, local company, and they really are just great people who like helping other people, and that's what they do. In fact, Stevens Roofing has been in business since 1983. That is an incredible run for any business, much less a roofing business, but they do it right, and they've got customers, a long line of customers that they keep satisfied, and they return to get more work done. That's what they do, and now they've added solar to what they do. So if you've been thinking about solar panels for your house, Stevens Roofing and Solar is the company to remember. The number to remember is 210-785-0994. Tell them what you're thinking, what you want to do, and they'll help you put a plan together, and they're going to get it done, and they will get it done right. If you think there's an issue with your roof, maybe a leak, maybe you've noticed something that just doesn't look right and you want it checked out, Stevens Roofing and Solar is the company you need to call. They'll send a team out to your house, and they'll inspect your roof for free. They'll let you know if there's any problems, and they are the company to take care of it if there are. Stevens Roofing and Solar, the best in the business, 210-785-0994, or you can get them online at stevensroofing.net.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
Hi, Flo here from Progressive. Life changes quickly, so it's good to have flexible coverage.
Oh, you mean like adding another vehicle?
Yes, that's something we can do.
Great, because I was thinking about getting a van so we could just keep the kids' softball stuff in the car.
Oh, we don't need to get into specifics. Just saying it's easy to change.
Oh, and Hannah wants to try the tuba.
Again, we don't need the specifics.
Last year, she wanted to be a tap dancer, but that only lasted 2 lessons.
Okay.
But she kept the shoes because they are adorable.
Well, just know that with Progressive, you can easily add another car to your auto insurance because we know life changes.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
I'm U.S. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy.
The sound of a seatbelt. It's one of the most important sounds in our car. It means everyone is ready and everyone is safe. The more our kids see us put on our seatbelts, the more natural it is for them to put theirs on too. Make it a priority. Buckle up every time. Hear the sound? Make it a habit.
Paid for by NHTSA.
Here's the tale of Tina, searching up and down for decent GLP-1s, but got spun around.
Till Good RX wrote in, hey, we got something new. GLP-1 prescriptions, all FDA approved.
Brand name meds, no flags that are red.
Clear pricing from the start. None of those hidden fees in your cart.
Delivered to your door or pick up same day. Darn tootin'.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
I'll put it to goodrx.com/weight loss. GoodRx is not insurance.
So my friends over at Pure Talk have been sending me customer feedback from consumeraffairs.com, where thousands of people rate and review the top wireless providers. Here, for instance, is a nice note from James in Raleigh, North Carolina, who writes, quote, after hearing Mike Rowe's ad, we made the switch to Pure Talk, and we couldn't be happier. We went from spending $1,200 a year with T-Mobile to $420 with Pure Talk. Thanks, Mike. Switch today! Exclamation point. Pure Talk is saving James $820 a year. And because he literally wrote the words, switch today, in capital letters, with an exclamation point, I'm going to go ahead and dedicate this commercial to him. So, folks, take it from James in Raleigh, North Carolina. Pure Talk can give you unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data for just $25 a month on the same 5G service the big guys are overcharging you for. Just dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe. You'll also save 50% off your first month. That's pound 250 to save an additional 50%. Thanks, James.
The Gomez Law Firm is proud to be San Antonio's trusted personal injury law firm for the past 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us. Your firm has been fighting for the people of San Antonio since 1973. That's incredible.
There are not a lot of businesses that stick around for even 50 years, let alone personal injury law firms.
If you have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, then turn to the law firm that will fight for you. Visit joegomezlaw.com.
And remember, Gomez Law fights.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Sinex Saline Nasal Spray?
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultra-fine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1.
You know, sometimes, Minix, the Spurs are just too generous for their own good.
Oh, really?
And yesterday they were very generous with the basketball. I guess they felt like the Knicks didn't touch it enough, so they had to give it back to them a couple of times, like 22 times to be exact. And that was part of the downfall, and not to mention the fact that they only made 9 threes out of 34.
So that's very glass half full of you. They were sloppy as hell with the basketball.
Yes, they were.
They got punched in the mouth, and they didn't respond. That was an awful game for the San Antonio Spurs, and at the same time, I can say that was a great thing for the San Antonio Spurs. You know, sure, you never want to lose, and you go undefeated in February, and you won't go undefeated in March, but against a team like the New York Knicks, and I know we talked about this with Detroit, but my same concerns with San Antonio and going to the NBA Finals, I think, are applicable to Detroit. Too young, they don't have those playoff battle scars. New York does.
Yeah.
Which is why on Friday we were talking about this. I said, you know, if I put my money on a team in the East to get to the finals right now, it would be the New York Knicks. And that run late first quarter and into the second quarter after the Spurs had a great start is why. Once they punched the Spurs in the mouth, they didn't know how to respond. So great learning experience here for Mitch Johnson. And I think for the Spurs to see that type of basketball is good for them. But in credit New York with great defense, but also San Antonio was just sloppy.
Sloppy. Really sloppy with the basketball. There were a couple of one pass Wemby made. I don't know what the hell, who he was throwing the ball to. He just threw it to a guy in the first row.
Yeah, the inbounds pass.
Yes.
Like, dude.
And it's like, what the hell was that? But again, see, a loss like that, and maybe it will turn out to be a good thing. But look, you knew they weren't going to win out.
Sure.
They're going to lose games. You're going to have a clunker. They've been on a long road trip. I'm sure they're tired of being out on the road. and all of that stuff. I expected that. In fact, and I'll say this, y'all can get all mad at me if you want to. I won a lot of money on that game yesterday.
Oh, did you?
I did.
You bet against the Spurs?
I sure did, because
traitor.
I knew damn good and well they weren't going to win that game yesterday. And now I was a little nervous the way they started that thing out.
Sure.
They started out great, and then all of a sudden, then you saw what happened. But I'm not upset by it. I'm really not upset by it. It's okay if they respond against Philadelphia tomorrow night and then go home for 6. They've got 6 in a row at home after that. And so although the schedule's
brutal,
it's pretty tough, but they will be at home, and that's a good thing. But again, it was physicality. New York got physical with them, and there are times when the Spurs just do not know how to handle that.
Well, they don't, and Wemby kind of surprised they haven't figured that part out.
I was surprised. Yeah, it feels like they're a good basketball team. They got good actual basketball players. You know, they're not like the nastiest ugly team. You know, they're not an ugly team to watch, but they made our game ugly.
Yeah, well, it got that way, and again, I still think Wemby's tired, even with the 2 days off. He's tired, and I think it's getting to him a little bit, especially with the physical play. Although offensively, it was his best game in the last 3, for sure.
I mean, he shot the ball well, but his turnovers were just sloppy, especially some of those turnovers that he had in the backcourt. What do you have, 7? There were times where, they'd get the rebound and then an errant pass gave the ball right back to the New York Knicks.
Well, one time he got his pocket picked, too. Wasn't paying attention.
Well, and I look at, like, yesterday was a prime example of what we talked about last week. And while I was down on the Detroit win, even though that was a great win, is you can't rely on Vassell and Champagnie to hit from 3 at that clip. If they're shooting 40-45% from 3, like most teams, they're going to be hard to beat. Live by the 3, die by the 3, and they died yesterday by the 3. 9 of 34, 26.5%. And again, finally, Vic had a solid offensive game, at least from, he was 1 of 7 from 3, but Devin was 3 of 9. Champagnie only took 3. He was 1 of 3. De'Aaron Fox was 1 of 6. They're not a good enough, consistent enough three-point shooting team that when you get into April or May, when things get a lot tougher, that was my concern last week. Yeah, great wins because Wemby struggled. Those other guys had incredible nights, but you can't rely on that. Vic last night, the 3 wasn't falling. They faced adversity. They didn't handle it well, and obviously, as Wemby said, as they all said, that's stuff that you can learn from.
No, I don't see any regression. I think it's good for us to see this kind of adversity. I mean, we want to play the best teams, and this is a top playoff, it's a top seed team, playoff team, experienced. They know what it's like, and they gave us a good showing today.
Yes, they did. They did. New York, I guess they're as good as anybody in the East. I mean, I see where your point is. They are a veteran team, and you know what? They were taking a lot of three-point shots yesterday. I didn't realize New York was such a three-point shooting team. They had 48 three-point attempts yesterday. They made 17 of them, and there were some times where they missed 2 or 3 of those in a row. Then the Spurs just couldn't capitalize on the other end. And because there was always the Spurs would get it down to about 8 points, and then they just couldn't get any further, and then New York would pull back away. But that three-point shot, man, 82 three-point shots yesterday combined. That's ridiculous.
It's the NBA today,
it's
sir.
It's ridiculous.
NBA today.
It's totally ridiculous.
Well, and again, when you look at and you think about the way they played yesterday, they weren't as decisive. Wemby even talked a little bit about playing too hesitant.
I think they did put some physicality, but not even the most that we've seen, And for some reason, we were somewhat hesitant. I think it was in general a team thing. And for myself, I was especially hesitant on threes for some reason. I think I was holding the ball a little too much when I shot them. Just need a few more reps. That's it. But yeah, hesitant for some reason. Like in that, you can see that in our turnovers as well. I had 7. And lots of dumb life ball turnovers too. We gave them life. We should have been better, especially on that run in the first quarter. I think that was the game.
Hey, you know what was so strange about that is the Spurs look crisp. They look like, they weren't going to lose this game. When they started that game, it just looked like they had New York's number. And all of a sudden, and I don't know, maybe it was Mike Brown saying something or somebody seeing something that they were doing wrong. But all of a sudden, it just turned. And turnovers didn't help the situation. But the Spurs started that game yesterday, man, and they looked good starting out.
They did. They were sharp. I mean, that was a great start. And New York made some adjustments. They got physical. And the Spurs, I don't want to say deer in headlight, but hesitant became the word of the day.
Yeah, when you play against a team like this in a competitive physical game as it was, in a hostile environment that it is, the first 10 minutes roughly couldn't have gotten almost any better for us. And we're at the free throw line blocking out a great foul that we had in terms of the situation that called upon it on Mitchell Robinson. He misses a free throw. They get the rebound. And that started the run. And I think that play wasn't the run, but we have to understand the delicacy of every possession and every detail, because when you're playing a team of this caliber and you give them, or help give them, I should say, obviously they had great effort to get the basketball, but something that should be more controllable than not. Now you let someone like Jalen Brunson get into a rhythm when you give him multiple opportunities, then we foul the shooter. And so I think that stretch got them going. We missed some shots, but then I think that stretch led us to being very hesitant, very indecisive, very on our back foot. And I think if you watched us even a little bit this year, the best version of us is fast, activity, space, pace, whether that's ball movement, body movement, or combination of. And at that point, through that stretch, we felt like in quicksand a lot both ways. And they get obviously a lot of credit for that.
Well, and they do, and I love what he said, Mitch Johnson right there. The Spurs style is up and down, fast-paced. What we saw yesterday was a playoff-style game.
Mm-hmm.
That's the style of basketball that's going to be played in the playoffs. Not up and down, fast-paced. It's going to be cloggy. When's the last time the Spurs were held to, 89 points?
Oh, it was their season low in points.
I mean, it's unbelievable that, and missed shots, turnovers, all of that contributed. But that's how teams are going to play in the playoffs, and that is the concern I have about the style the Spurs play. Regular season, you can play that style all day long, and you're going to be fine. But the tempo of games slows down in the playoffs. It always does, and I have no reason to believe that it won't this time around too. I mean, and that's a concern for me.
And where you give the New York Knicks a ton of credit, because the New York Knicks were looking at this as a measuring stick kind of game, just like the Spurs were. And for New York, they're thrilled. In that second half, in that a couple of times, the Spurs got it down to 8, and they couldn't get closer to that because New York would make the stop, make the shot, made their adjustments. But there were some times in that second half I thought, all right, well, the Spurs have a chance, kind of like the Toronto game. Bad for 3 quarters, and they were able to flip a switch and close out and get that win in Toronto. And you saw some of that in the second half. And that's one thing that I do take away as a positive. It wasn't until, 7-8 minutes to go when New York went on another run and it ballooned up that the Spurs knew they were going to lose that game. Up until then, as poorly as they were playing, they were still competing. And, again, got it to 8 once or twice to, all right, they've got a chance. Now you got it down to 3 possessions. But credit New York for stopping those runs and then extending the lead back out. That part of the game was good. And a positive that while they were getting pushed around, they just didn't wilt.
Well, they didn't, and again, you're right. They hung around, but it's just one of those games that I'm not surprised by. I'm really not. I mean, when you've been on the road as long as they have, and being played the way that they're being played, the physical style that the teams are, they're tired, and there's nothing wrong with that. They need to get home and get things done. The problem is now you got to take care of business in Philadelphia before this thing is all said and done. It's a Philadelphia team they should be able to beat. But again, this team, you could tell Sunday afternoon they're ready to go home, and but they got to take care of business before they get there, and you don't want to let one loss turn into two.
Are we? Because I'm seeing a lot of the comments on our YouTube page, and it looks more excusey than anything else.
Sure does.
It was an early game. Tom writes, the Spurs were ready to go home. Not even the playoffs is this grueling with travel. Where was the one? Let's see. Wemby posted himself sledding the other day in the snow.
How
Young
sweet.
guys were probably out the night before.
Well, then shame on them. What the hell were they doing out the night before? Especially with a noon tip-off.
I mean, who knows that they were?
Well,
They're just excuses, jumping to conclusions, and who cares if the guy went sledding? He had a couple of days off, and it was snowy in New York. If he had won, you wouldn't be mad about it. It's kind of like going to Cancun if you're Tony Romo. Maybe not. But it is kind of one of those, it is the end of a long road trip. And apparently they even stayed in New York last night based on some of the posts I saw on social media, and why not? Do you want to go to Philadelphia for 2 days or stay in the city for 2 days? Go have a great dinner and travel today down to Philadelphia. Get ready for tomorrow night's game. At some point, we all knew the winning streak was going to come to an end.
Sure.
And in a game like that, you know, as Mitch Johnson said, lot of lessons to be learned from that.
You know, every game there's takeaways and learning lessons and moments that we want to extrapolate. And I think tonight is a great example of against a team that you want to be able to compete against in an environment that was hostile and is going to continue to get like this as the season goes on. And it's going to test your poise, composure. It's going to test your physicality and mettle. And those two things together is going to be the execution and the details and the connectivity of it. And so there's things to improve upon, there's things to learn from it, and there's things to just understand that this is what it's going to feel like.
Yeah, and he's right, because it is going to feel that way, especially once the playoffs roll around. That's the style of basketball teams are going to try to play, and especially play against the San Antonio Spurs team. I'll be interested to see how they respond tomorrow night. It is a Philadelphia team. It's the final game. They're all going to be anxious to get that thing over with, get on a plane, and get back home to San Antonio. But can they keep their focus and not lose to a Philadelphia team that clearly they are better than?
When you look at it, something that Mike Malone said yesterday during the broadcast, I thought he did a really good job for somebody that's kind of new to that world.
Yeah.
During this win streak, there were a lot of times Malone said, and I'm paraphrasing, in his conversation with Mitch Johnson, that Mitch was mad about a lot of things, but they're still winning games.
Right.
And coaches love that. Better to be mad after you win than after you play like that. But also, we know that what we saw yesterday, this Spurs team has proven they are far better than what we saw yesterday. My concern level today about this team isn't as high as, say, if they had a performance like that in November or December.
It was
a clunker.
I have no problem with the loss. You knew they were going to lose, and they did. Now, how did they respond to it? I will say, in one of the comments, and I don't know who it was from, on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page, the Knicks guards outplayed the Spurs guards.
Yep.
And I'm talking about Castle and Fox, and that's absolutely correct.
Yep.
They were meeting them at half court, and they were pressuring them, and Fox and Castle didn't handle it very well. So you talk about a teaching moment for both of those guys, especially a Steph Castle, and we'll see where they go from there.
And
but
Dylan Harper wasn't much better.
Well, no, he wasn't. And look, I know Wemby had some highlight stuff, but he's got to stop with this nonchalant crap throwing the ball around. I mean, 7 turnovers from your best player is not something you want to live with.
No.
And so he's got to do that too. So I'm not even going to let Wemby off the hook here. He's got to come up and play better, just mentally better than he did yesterday. So we'll see what they do in Philadelphia tomorrow night. It's going to be interesting to see how they respond, and hopefully in a good way, and then come home and get this 6-game homestand underway, which is going to be a lot of fun, without a doubt. Cowboys, a lot of Cowboys news. The combine is over. Jerry held his State of the Bus address there in Indianapolis late Friday. But he had a lot of good things to say, and a lot of things you can, when he talks in the bus, sometimes, your definition is different than mine. And so we'll see if that's the case, because he said a lot of good things, that's for sure. And some injury news as well. So he even said that. He had Candley with him.
Of course. Always.
We'll talk some Cowboys football and Jerry Jones when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
DQ presents the Spicy Menu. For a limited time, try the new Flamethrower Chicken Strip Basket for $6.99 with spicy, bold strips that heat you up. Served with a side of famous DQ soft serve as a dip to cool you down. That's right, dip those spicy chicken strips right into soft serve, plus fries and toast, all for just $6.99. And add a new pineapple lemonade sparkler or cooler made with tahini. It's the limited time only Spicy Menu. Get it delivered in the DQ app. Happy, tastes good. Participation may vary.
Come on. No! It's just a golf lesson, champ. Loosen up. I can't. See that Hyundai Santa Fe? Yeah. I only paid. Finish up on your own. I gotta run.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on the Hyundai Tucson, Tucson Hybrid, Santa Fe, or Santa Fe Hybrid. Now, during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Hurry, offers end March 2nd. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Hey, Texas hockey fans, the Dallas Stars continue their road trip north of the border tomorrow night against the Calgary Flames. And my friends from Flight by Yingling are hosting a Dallas Stars watch party at McIntyre Southtown location. Jason Minnick's here from the Blitz. In ESPN.com's latest hockey power rankings, they have the Dallas Stars at number 5. It's March officially the stretch run, and at tomorrow night's watch party, you can register to win a flyaway trip to see the Stars take on the Flyers in Philadelphia March 29th. The flyaway package includes airfare for 2, a hotel, and 2 game tickets. Must be at least 21 years of age to enter. And you could also win some exclusive Flight by Yingling Dallas Stars gear, like hats and t-shirts at the watch party tomorrow night. Puck drops at 8 o'clock tomorrow night at McIntyre Southtown location with Flight by Yingling, proud partner of the Dallas Stars and the next generation of light beer. Enjoy responsibly. DG Yingling & Son, Pottsville, PA.
Amy Cox did something smart. She saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. And with that money, she decided to treat herself to an anti-aging red light mask. Will she look like a horror movie villain every night? Yes. Will her boyfriend Kevin be scarred for life? That's certainly a risk. But it's Amy's savings, and if she's willing to risk her relationship for smooth, wrinkle-free skin, well, bye-bye, Kevin. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Free products and services are the best. They're next to non-existent, though. But the next best thing does exist. Barter. Alamo Barter. Right here in San Antonio, if you have a business and provide a product or service, you can barter with hundreds of other businesses that are already members. From trips to a medical visit, restaurants, and home services, Alamo Barter is a great way for you to trade out your skills with others. Call Alamo Barter or visit them online at alamobarter.com. alamobarter.com.
What does it mean to work with one of the largest personal injury law firms in Texas? At Thomas J. Henry, it means we can take cases all the way to trial when others would have accepted a low settlement offer. It means Thomas J. Henry can put our team of legal minds, investigators, and medical experts to work for you. It means you get personal attention and access to our team when you need us. Visit thomasjhenrylaw.com. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. Principal Office, San Antonio.
Winter is in full swing, and Aleve is here to keep you moving. When the cold weather sets in, everyday aches and pains can linger, but Aleve's got your back. With up to 12 hours of body pain relief per dose, Aleve keeps you going with long-lasting body pain relief to get you through whatever the season brings. Chilly days or cozy nights, Aleve gives you that long-lasting body pain relief you can count on this winter. Try Aleve. Use as directed for minor aches and pains.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars Spring Golf Classic is back. Monday, March 30th at the Golf Club of Texas. Get your slot now. $150 per person or $500 per foursome. The Spring Golf Classic, benefiting fitting animals at no-kill shelters across Texas, is presented by Flight by Yingling, sponsored in part by Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chunkla, PPL Motorhomes, and Ancira Auto Group. The Spring Golf Classic, Monday, March 30th. Sign up now at sasportstar.com.
On a Monday, we are back at it. Lots to talk about. Good time of year. We've been talking a little Spurs basketball. Now it's time to transition into a little Cowboys football because Jerry Jones invited some reporters up on his bus and, did some Jerry things. I'm Joe Reinigle. He's Jason Minix. This is The Blitz.
How much Combine did you watch this weekend?
None.
Pledge, glued to your TV?
Yep.
You?
Yeah, some. Well, I mean, when I was home, it was on.
Yeah.
But the Combine's always so interesting because, heading in, this wasn't the deepest of draft classes. And then you see all these people breaking records, and there's this and there's that, and the excitement level builds. One thing that I heard Rich Eisen talking about over the weekend on the TV, and I don't know if he did this on a show or not, but conversation on TV, Fernando Mendoza is going to go number 1 overall. So now you're looking at 2 through 5, 6, 7. The best players are all at positions that you don't normally take that high in the draft, whether you're talking about a safety like Downs or Styles or a running back like Love. Your best players aren't ones that teams normally take that high in the draft. You don't have the big left tackle. You don't have which makes this draft a little bit more interesting and intriguing. Because what do? I saw a mock draft that had Styles sliding down to 10, and I'm thinking, well, if the Cowboys are there at 12 and he slides that far down, do the Cowboys move up? Because I'm thinking the Cowboys are going to either stay at 12 or even move down, and then they're going to get rid of pick number 20. They just are.
Yeah, I totally agree. They need some second-day picks, and they don't have any. But what's interesting about it is that if they do stay with these 2 number 1 picks, they got to hit. I mean, they have to hit. And Jerry's expecting that to be the case.
Well, that's it. But the one thing that he also did say that financially, 2 number 1s is a lot more expensive than a first and a second, which makes me even think more that they might trade out of one of those picks because the other part, there's no redshirt year this year. Whoever they take has to come in and play right away.
One of the better, that may be a stretch. A defense that could support an offense the way that we played at the level last year and get us into the playoffs and give us a chance to get good after we get in the playoffs. I see that defense this year. I do. And like I told you, we don't have to do much to get better. And I'm not trying to be trite. We just don't have to do much, but better, just better. Would not get it done, in my mind. We've really got to come out and be sound, and I think we've addressed every phase of it. And I think we're very capable of doing not only better, but playing defense at a level that would get us in the playoffs. I believe that strongly.
Well, I'm glad he believes that strongly. I disagree, though. That defense was so bad last year that it almost needs an overhaul. And then you're hoping that the guys that you've drafted before and put in place will improve somehow, some way. And maybe they will, but I just don't – I'm not as glass half full as Jerry is about that defense.
Well, and you talk about it, some of the guys that they've drafted, overshown with injuries, and now the Ezaraku news that he's going to be out until at least training camp with the hip surgery that he had to have. But those were some guys that were drafted with the idea that they'll have time to develop. Jerry said, man, there is no time to develop these guys. They got to play right now.
We've got to watch out, saying, well, let's maybe get more numbers. That happens if you trade back some. I'm not saying we won't trade back, but that happens when you trade back some. Well, if you say, well, we need numbers, well, don't do that to the extent that you end up with guys that, because they're going to be on the field more than likely. And we can't do that with guys that don't give us a chance. We can't redshirt second-round pick. We don't have a second-round pick to begin with, but if we got one,
we're getting one.
We can't redshirt those guys this year. We've got to go. Answers, that's part of an example of your question. We got to go this year. We got to have it out there. We got to be working it this year. This staff we put together. One thing I like about them is they're straining at the bits.
Well, look, especially with at number 12 pick, that's got to be a guy that can come in and start and contribute right away. That has to be. Now, 20 might be a little bit of a different story, but Jerry's right. I mean, these guys have got to come in and they've got to contribute, and there's no time to mess around. Development-wise is out the window. They got to contribute now.
A couple of years ago, the term all-in was used. And earlier, there were comments about busting the budget. He did say on the bus, though, he expects to spend a little bit more in free agency.
Well, that's two questions. Do I see me ending up spending more money than maybe if you put a perfect picture together that the guy that's back there looking at the account would say we don't have any or don't have enough? I could see me being aggressive. I could see us being aggressive in free agency. And by the very virtue of having two number ones, we're going to spend more money in the draft than normally you would spend, even though we don't have a two. Everybody knows those two ones are dramatically different than than a two financially. So we'll spend money. It'll be like the time that when I first got involved, they had a deal called Plan B, and that was a free agency kind of a start toward free agency. And every team had to expose so many players. And I was so proud of the fact of how much money, I think the figure was over $2 million at the time. But I was so proud of how much money, I think we outspent everybody in Plan B. And I was very proud of that. You have no idea how that cut into my available funds at the time. I have no idea. But to answer your question specifically, I would bet that we will spend more money in free agency than we have.
I hope so, because you need to. Well, you don't really have a choice.
I mean, it's so. What's he really saying, though? Right? He bets he'll spend more in free agency than he has in the past. He hasn't been a big spender in free agency. So you go get one guy, and he's going to win that bet he wants to make with you. Right? But what's interesting is, like you just said, that defense needs a bit of an overhaul. Jerry thinks that, they're going to move some guys around and they're going to add some pieces, and they're getting a guy that doesn't have time for a redshirt year. You've got to come in and you've got to be a starter right away. The idea of how fixable is this defense, or how quickly they can fix this, right? You watch some of those home and garden shows on TV on Saturday or Sunday morning, and those flippers,
I never do. No.
those flippers come in and they'll be like, all right, we got this kind of a budget and we got 30 days. What can we do with it? And sometimes they're really nice and sometimes they're a disaster, right? So the Cowboys are doing this remodel project. But even guys like Dan Orlovsky on Get Up thinks the Cowboys are only 2 or 3 defensive players away.
I really think a new window is starting if they hit this offseason the right way. I firmly believe that less than 5% of the money that the Cowboys have presently allocated to their team is spent on free agents. Yet this has been a good football team for the better part of half of a decade. So that tells you Will McClay, who's really like the person choosing their players in many ways, it tells you the job he's done. They're 2 or 3 players away on defense from all of a sudden becoming real contenders. Totally agree on their offense. They got to get Pickens to at least play on the tag. They'll figure that out, hopefully. But if they can get a backer, an edge rusher, and a secondary player that are high-end players, that defense gets solid, and now we're talking about a team that contend.
Wow. You know, if ifs and buts were candy and nuts, I'd have a Merry Christmas
yeah,
too,
you
know?
would.
And if I just picked the right lottery ticket, I'd win.
You would.
Holy cow, Dan.
Well.
Way to paint that in a broad stroke.
I mean.
2 or 3 pieces. Oh, yeah, no problem.
2 or 3 of the right pieces.
Jeez.
Well, and then the news today that Max Crosby could get traded by the end of the week.
Yeah.
Which, again, I refuse to let my Cowboy fan inside get excited about. But that 20th pick for Max Crosby?
Well, it's going to take more than that.
Well,
somebody's going to offer them more than that.
The 12th pick?
The 20th and George Pickens.
I mean, would you? Well, again, would you be mad at that?
No.
I mean, when you hear Jerry talking about he's got to spend money, but 2 first-round picks are expensive. I read those tea leaves, and there's no way they're taking 2 guys in the first round. They're not keeping 12 and 20 with no day 2 picks, right? You're not keeping 12 and 20. So if you can turn one of those into a second or third round pick or both, and whatever other wheeling and dealing they might have to do, and it might be a pick in future years, but they've got to get some day 2 picks. I think Jerry's already looking at that. Man, I love that I got 2 first-round picks. I got to pay 2 first-round guys?
Exactly right.
The hell? Why'd we do that? I mean, the cheapness is already showing. He's got to get out of the 20th pick at the very least, or the 12th, but I'm thinking they'll keep 12 and they'll deal 20.
I think they've got to keep 12 because I think you can get an impact player at 12. 20, I think you can afford to let that one go, depending on how the draft board plays out. But with that 20th pick, yeah, I think you can move down. Who was it? Albert Breer, who broke the thing on Max Crosby, said that there were 6 teams that were said to be in the mix. The Cowboys, one of them.
Mm-hmm. And not the best odds, by the way.
Well, no, they're not. And so that's why I think that's a long shot. I do, but I think it's going to take more than just 1 first-round pick to pry Max Crosby away from the Raiders. And I think they're going to demand that. And with that many teams involved, I think somebody will pay more than that. So it's a question of whether Jerry wants to up the ante or what. But, yeah, if you could get Max Crosby for that 20th pick, sign me up.
Well, and it's going to cost more than that, but that pick would certainly be included. You wonder about George Pickens when George is going to have the ability to let the league decide his value. If somebody signs into an offer sheet, then they'll be able to decide, all right, are we going to pay that or are we not going to pay that? Are we going to match it? Or they'll get the equivalent of 2 first-round picks in return. Now, Jerry loves George Pickens. Describe their relationship in a way I don't know that I've ever heard before.
I want our George Pickens relationship to be all honey.
Kind of sneaky.
Very, very. Well, that's good. I didn't say that because it sounds like I'm joking, but boy, that's pretty good. Seriously, I want it very clear that I can't tell you how positive we feel about it.
Mm-hmm.
He does love him, but again, it will be interesting to me to see what they do, especially if they're serious about a Max Crosby. And I'm not convinced that they are, Jason. To be honest with you, maybe they are, maybe they're not. Again, I think it comes down to cost. But I think with this many teams involved, the problem is one of the teams he's been rumored to do is the L.A. Rams.
Yeah.
And so you go to a place like that, or the Philadelphia Eagles is another team that's on Albert Breer's list. You go to either one of those teams, that only makes the Dallas Cowboys journey that much tougher.
Well, that's it. And, I mean, do you do a deal, if you're Jerry, to get a Max Crosby and overpay for Max Crosby to not only make your team better, but to ensure that the Eagles and or Rams don't get him because of what you just said? That makes you, I mean, it kind of feels like the window is open. So do you overpay to get through it? And if you know he's going to Philly, they've got the best deal. If you don't up your offer, or the Rams, you prevent them from getting him and make your team better, weaken them. You can't stand pat, let them get stronger, and expect to go dance.
Well, I tell you what, I would love to see Max Crosby in a Cowboys uniform. I really would. And I've heard a lot of people, well, that'd be dumb. He let Micah Parsons go. In my mind, Max Crosby is a better overall player than Micah Parsons.
Well, because he can stop the run.
Absolutely. He can do it all. He can play, he can stop the run. And Parsons is not a run stopper. So it's going to be interesting to see. And again, a very good offseason. But things are heating up now. I mean, my goodness, the Texans are out making all kinds of moves and doing all kinds of stuff. And, well, they don't have an offensive line again because of some of the stuff that they've done. Wow.
The brilliance.
Who the hell's going to block for C.J.
Stop
Stroud? I don't know.
David Montgomery.
We will talk Texans football coming up here in just a moment. But first, pranks. You play pranks on your buddies and you think it's funny. But what if you almost kill the dude?
Did he survive?
He did.
He's fine.
Oh, my gosh. We'll tell you what we're talking about when we continue here on The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Riding home with The Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6. KTFM Floresville. And everywhere at sasportstar.com.
Trying to keep up with today's fast-changing digital landscape? With more ways to consume content than ever before, it is getting harder to reach your customers. You need more than just a presence. You need the experts at Conrex Digital. We craft websites that convert. We curate engaging content on social and block channels. We generate quality leads through Google and Meta. We dominate your competition on streaming TV. Bold marketing, real results. Conrex Digital makes it happen. Visit conrexdigital.com. That's conrexdigital.com.
Hi, I'm April Ansira with the Ansira Auto Group. We've teamed up with 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star to give away $60,000 to local charities in our Bracket for a Cause contest. 64 local charities will be randomly paired with tournament teams. The winner will get $50,000, while the team that suffers the biggest loss gets $10,000. All the details on how your nonprofit can enter are online at Ansira.com. That's Ansira.com. Good luck.
When snack time calls, Pork Rinds answers. Be your own crunch time hero with Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds. Skip the chip and go straight for the ultimate crunch that's low carb, high protein, and loaded with bold flavor. We're talking sweet barbecue or hot honey. Yeah, it's that good. Snack smarter, crunch harder. Stock up on Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds at H-E-B or head to porkrinds.com. Make Southern Recipe your crunch time hero. You know the Roo Pub is proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Hi, Flo here from Progressive. You know, life changes quickly, so it's good to have flexible coverage.
Oh, you mean like adding another vehicle?
Yes, that's something we can do.
Great, because I was thinking about getting a van so we could just keep the kids' softball stuff in the car.
Oh, we don't need to get into specifics. Just saying it's easy to change.
Oh, and Hannah wants to try the tuba.
Again, we don't need the specifics.
Last year, she wanted to be a tap dancer, but that only lasted 2 lessons.
Okay.
But she kept the shoes because they are adorable.
Well, just know that with Progressive, you can easily add another car to your auto insurance because we know life changes.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, the Spurs, they were dud yesterday in New York against the Knicks. They lose to the Knicks, snapping their 11-game win streak. They finish up their rodeo road trip, however, tomorrow night in Philadelphia against the 76ers. Houston Texans sending starting right tackle Titus Howard to the Cleveland Browns in exchange for a 5th-round pick. Now, the Browns are going to give Howard a new 3-year, $63 million extension as a part of that trade.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the 3rd time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Happy Monday, everybody. Hope it's been a great day for you. It's been a great day for us, and we're really happy that you stopped by to spend a little time with us here on the Blitz. On 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, I'm Joe Reinagel. He's Jason Minix, and lots happening,
There's a lot happening. In fact, our boss, our big boss here, just sent you and me a text. Apparently she's scrolling Instagram in the middle of work.
Well,
not that I have a problem with that.
She's the big boss. She can do that, you know?
Meetings.
Yes.
It's a video of a guy looking out the window in Las Vegas. And he's across the street from Bellagio. So where would he be? Like at Paris, probably.
Yeah, Paris, maybe. Yeah.
It says, me, I want to travel the world. Also me in Vegas for the 80th time. Our boss knows us well.
Very well. Yes, very well. But, you know, it's true. I mean, you just mentioned I can go to Paris in Las Vegas.
New York.
I can go to New York.
We were just at New York. We were just in it. You know what? It's not snowing at New York in Vegas.
Well, it felt like it was going to snow when we were there because it was damn cold.
It was.
But, yeah, I can see the world in Las Vegas just fine. I love Las Vegas, as a matter of fact.
Or some all-inclusive beach resort in another country.
Or that's good, too, actually.
Yeah.
I enjoy that as well.
Yeah.
And that's a little less expensive than Las Vegas, as a matter of fact. So
yeah, there's casinos in a lot of those places.
Well, there is, but...
And speaking of Las Vegas, Metallica tweeted out, due to unbelievable demand, 6 shows are being added to our Life Burns Faster residency at the Sphere in Las Vegas.
Well, you just might as well go and move there for their time in Vegas and see all the shows.
Well, I'm going to one.
Yeah, well,
I've got that Halloween weekend. I'm going to that one in Vegas. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Although I haven't seen the dates of when the new shows are being added. Not that I give a damn because I've already spent a small fortune on going out there Halloween weekend.
Yeah, well, just, it'd be worth it to see Metallica for the 75th time.
It'll be shows 27 and 28.
Okay.
And the last until the next time.
Oh, you got to make it to an even 30 at least.
I agree.
After I saw them in Houston, I thought, all right, cool, I'm done. Unless they go to the Sphere. And honestly, I thought I would be in a little bit of trouble because I didn't discuss that with anybody before just buying the tickets.
She understood.
She did. She was like, that was cheaper than I thought. It's like,
wow. Wow, it was cheaper than I thought. Damn.
I know.
What a great response from the wife.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
That's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Well, good for you.
Now, my kid, on the other hand, is quite upset that I didn't buy her.
You left her out. Oh, that'll change, dude. Come on.
It might.
In a long time between now and Halloween. That'll work.
I she's a professional now. I don't know what her PTO situation is like.
Exactly.
Her idea, and I said that's between you and your mother. I'm not getting into that. She was like, well, if I can't get out there for the Thursday show but the Saturday show, do you think Mom would want to go to both?
Well, I thought you were going to both already.
Oh, I'm going to both.
Okay.
Will Joanna want to go to both?
I see. I got you.
See, it is no repeat weekend.
Right.
Now, I don't know what would be worse, my wife alone for 4 or 5 hours in a casino,
or tickets,
or just getting Erica her own ticket.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a damn good point. Well, that's your problem, Minix. You got to figure that out.
All I know, and I can tell you this, because I was fortunate, it only took 4 hours in the queue to get through and purchase. And seeing right now what the prices are on the secondary market, don't pay those today. Wait till close to the show.
Right.
You know, now you could do like call John over at Awesome Tickets, tell him you want to go, what days you want to go, and let him start watching them for you. But I'm seeing on the secondary market already tickets for one show anywhere from $5,000, $7,000, $12,000, $15,000 a ticket.
Really?
Yeah.
It's Metallica, dude, and it's the Sphere.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yep.
Well, dude, I love you, and I'm sure Metallica's great.
I think you should go.
I ain't paying no $5, $7, $15,000 for a ticket.
You should.
No, I'm not, dude.
That's per ticket. So that's $30,000.
No, ain't happening.
Oh, come on.
You know what I can do with that $30,000 at the casino?
Nothing.
Lose it like that.
Yes.
Boom.
At least this way you get a show and an experience.
Well, depending on where I'm at in Vegas, you might get a show. You go to Circa, you get a show. The dealers dance when they're off. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Let's do the headline blitz.
This is Jason and Joe's Headline Blitz. Brought to you by Novu Brazil Brewery in North Star Mall. Two guys, two opinions, never enough time.
You know, there is a member of our Spurs organization that might not be thrilled with those comments that you can get a show at Circa Las Vegas.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Luke Cornett. He writes a pretty regular blog, I suppose, on a website called Medium. Now, I heard about this not long ago, that he's constantly writing, but I have not yet seen it. Interesting guy. I don't know him. But he wrote about the Atlanta Hawks promotion coming up for Magic City, which is a legendary strip club, that they need to cancel this. They need to not have this. He's a very devout Roman Catholic. He explained they need to do this because we shouldn't view women in that way. We, quote, we should promote an atmosphere that is protective and respectful of the daughters, wives, sisters, mothers, and partners that we all know and love. Allowing this night to go forward without protest would reflect poorly on us as an NBA community, specifically in being complicit in the potential objectification and mistreatment of women in our society.
You know, hey, Luke, I don't know Luke either, and he's certainly entitled to his opinion, but I just wonder how many of his teammates go to strip clubs regularly. Maybe he ought to start there before telling the Atlanta Hawks what they can and can't do.
And again, I understand everybody can have their own beliefs, although we were all surprised that an NBA team would highlight a strip club. Which for some parents might have to explain what all that means well before they're willing to or wanting to have to explain that to a kid. But also, Magic City is so part of the fabric of Atlanta. Yeah, it's a strip club. Yes, apparently they have great wings. I've never been.
Great wings?
Wings. That's what they're known for.
Yeah, they have $2 steaks?
No, they got lemon pepper Lou's. But also, like, from the rap community, that all the different rappers that have come out of there and Magic, it's just kind of one of those cultural things that if you're not from Atlanta, maybe you don't understand kind of deal. But, props to Luke Cornett for at least writing that and having the stones and conviction to pen that and be very public that this is a bad idea in his mind.
Well, look, I agree with his right to do that. But it's kind of like we talk about with gambling and our politicians here in the state of Texas. You cannot legislate or tell people what they're going to do, what they want to do. And it's my understanding, not to get religious, but God has made free will, and you have to decide what you think is right and what's not, and go do you. But props to Luke Cornett for writing that, and you know, what are you going to do? I mean, if a woman wants to work at a strip club because she's making a lot of money, what are you going to tell her no? Or if a guy wants to go, I just
well, that's it.
I just look, I get it, but you can't. And I don't think Cornett's doing that, to be totally honest with you. I just think he's writing that to say, look, it's I don't believe in it. It's wrong, and this is why. And props to him for doing that.
And again, it is odd because you don't see many adult-oriented businesses like that doing promotions with major franchises, or you know, even this here radio station under the Disney flag, we don't have strip club advertising.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
right.
You know, ESPN doesn't accept that business. And, you know, even though we can talk about it, but, you know, and have,
and
but,
we do.
You know, but it's just kind of one of those, you know, could you imagine, you know, the Spurs having Megaplex night?
There's no way. I mean, that wouldn't happen.
Or the WNBA, when they were having all the things being thrown on the court.
Right.
They could have probably done some very entertaining promotions, and I say entertaining for some, when all that was happening, right?
And again, Luke, I get it, and he's coming from the great place, but maybe he ought to start with the NBA players that every time they go to Atlanta, go to Magic City. And I guarantee you there's a bunch of them. There's a place in San Francisco that was frequented by many NBA players when they play the Golden State Warriors. Another place in New York City that I've been told about. Never been to any of these because they're all way out of my price range, to be totally honest with you. But I'm just saying, you know, if you want to tell the Atlanta Hawks franchise not to do this, I mean, start with the players. Now write another article saying, hey, NBA players, it's time for you guys to stop going to strip clubs, and see what kind of reaction he gets.
Exactly. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people that support both, you know, will have negative reaction to what Luke wrote, and some that will support him. We'll see where it goes.
Yep, this is true. It's not going anywhere. Are you kidding me? You think Atlanta's going to say, right, Luke, you're right.
No.
We're gonna cancel this.
And I'm going to guess that the Atlanta Hawks got the blessing, the approval from the league.
I would think they would have to. And I wonder if Magic City is a sponsor of the Hawks. I mean, there could be a lot of money involved there for the Hawks, and for that reason, they're doing this, number one. Number two, they're not going to stop.
Exactly.
So
it's almost kind of like when all the gambling companies started advertising with the league. There were people that objected to that.
Absolutely.
Nobody's turning down money.
Yeah.
There was a massive sinkhole on a golf course, and after the ground all went away, they realized, holy cow, there is a whole lot of booze in this. It was apparently built over an old cellar, and they discovered a whole bunch of old alcohol.
Dude, I'm going to tell you what, the video of this story is amazing. They are walking through this, I guess cellar is the right word, but it's big. I mean, it goes a long way, and it was all underground years ago, and yeah, still fully stocked with a lot of booze down there. Who knew that was down there?
It's like finding a weird treasure because of a sinkhole.
It was crazy. If you see that, get a chance to read that article, go do it, because it's really fascinating. It's unbelievable.
Speaking of crazy videos, a lot of places have pranks. Construction sites apparently do things a little bit differently. So, you see a lot of construction sites, and they got porta potties because, well, when you got to go, you got to go. And so, construction sites have those. So apparently one of the pranks is when you're in there, and maybe you're in there a long time, they mess with you. And there is video of an excavator destroying a porta potty while the dude is taking a crap inside.
Damn near took his head off.
Well, he was sitting down.
I mean, I had to watch this thing twice to see how close that shovel part of the excavator got to this dude's head. Because he kind of bends down, and that thing goes right by his head. And I mean, you know, it's a prank and it's funny, and I'm sure it scared the poop out of that guy.
Exactly.
But, man, it was close to knocking his head off.
Well, if he were standing, he might not be with us. So it's a good thing he was sitting.
Man, that's, yeah.
But apparently that is a very classic construction site prank. Learn something new every day. So if you're new on the job at a construction site.
Don't poo.
And you're in there taking a dump, just realize all those walls might disappear.
They could very well, with your head along with it. You never know. Just poo before you go to work.
Now, when you watch that video, and all I'm thinking is that poor guy, you know, the part of the wall that had the toilet paper on, it's way over yonder now. Now what do you do?
He's screwed. He's got skid marks for days.
Oh, my goodness.
That guy, man. You have to throw those drawers away.
Speaking of skid marks, man, Kevin Willard just drove right over Rick Pitino. Did you hear this press conference?
Yes.
Dude, apparently Rick Pitino is not the best boss in the world.
I had a full set of hair when I started working for him. Like, it's the most miserable experience in life. Like, you fear for your life every day. And everyone laughs when I say that, but no, you think you're going to get fired, and it's miserable. And, you know, as he's gotten older, he's probably become more of a cranky old bitch than he was when I worked for him. Like, you literally fear for your life. Like, you walk in, he walks into the facility, and he's walking in at 6:30, and you've been there since 5:30 thinking you have everything right. And he comes and he asks you the one question that you don't know. And it's like, he's that intense. He always has been. He's got the most energy of any coach I've ever been around. I think that's why he's got 900 wins and national championships, because he does it better and more intense than anybody.
I tell you what, he threw him under the bus. That's Villanova's head coach, by the way, who was talking about that. Kevin Willard worked for Rick Pitino for a while, and my goodness, Pitino looks like a guy that's just high-strung and would be that way, and you're going to walk on eggshells around him. But again, it's hard to dismiss the results of what he's done.
Absolutely. That's brutal. You're a noted St. Louis Cardinals fan?
Yes, sir.
The St. Louis Cardinals are going to suck this year, right?
Yeah, they're not going to be very good. If they are, it'll be a miracle, yes.
They might not have the best baseball team, but they might have the best promotion to get people to go watch bad baseball. And I'm really surprised this is happening in St. Louis, because that is a baseball town.
It is.
And good, bad, or indifferent, their fans always seem to show up and knowledgeable. It's one of the best baseball cities out there, and pains me to say that, but truth is truth,
It
right?
is true, yes.
For $29, the St. Louis Cardinals have announced a unlimited eating ticket promotion. If you're in section 271 or 272, you can get a ticket there for $29 and all you can eat hot dogs, chicken tenders, bratwurst, nachos with chips and cheese, French fries, popcorn, peanuts, kettle chips, ice cream cups, and Coca-Cola brand fountain drinks with ice.
With ice.
With
I
ice.
was worried about that.
With ice.
Well, it's all in the Coca-Cola area, and that's why it's only those, because I guess Coke has an area up there. I've never sat in those sections.
No, those seats aren't near good enough for Joe Reinagel.
Well, they're way out in left field, and I haven't. But
they didn't do this for the people sitting right behind home plate?
No, but maybe next time I go, I'm going to get a ticket out in left field and stuff my face.
For $29?
That's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I wonder if after St. Louis's version of James Pledger goes to a game, they realize this was a bad idea and change the promotion.
Well, it could be. But think about that. If everybody in those two sections spends $29, that's quite a lot of money.
Well, it is, but I know a lot of places have a value pricing concession stand. But hot dogs are normally what?
Hey, what, $6-8, something like that?
Chicken tenders, probably 10, 12.
Yeah, I would say.
Nachos with cheese. Yeah, popcorn. All of that. I mean, you can just get one of all of that, and that's easily $50, $60, if not more.
So my question on that is, how are they going to, I mean, if you're a dad and you got 4 kids going to the game, you're sitting out there, I guess you can just feed them all.
No, absolutely.
See, I mean, how do you prevent that from happening?
I
Like,
mean,
you don't want to go to a pizza buffet and you can't share. You know, they're pretty strict about it.
So what you're saying is you would buy Rheinegel seats and then buy one ticket out there for $29,
$129
and go make a bunch of trips?
Absolutely.
I mean, if you want to be that guy.
Well, yeah, I do.
I don't think.
Damn right I do.
All right, kids. You sit up there. I'm going to be down here. You guys have fun. I'll pick you up after the game. Because I know you're not going to walk back and forth.
Well, first of all, I'm not taking my kids to the game, so there's that.
Well, take the grandkids.
I wouldn't have. Are you kidding me, dude? I'd really like to watch the game. You know.
Well, what? You're in the concession stand the entire game.
Well, this is true.
I mean, pledge would go up whatever if it says unlimited, but what you could carry, and I could see James rolling up, getting his order, and then getting right back in line while he eats that order to get more.
Or you know how they have the mustard station and the stuff to catch up. You stand over there and eat it and then get back in line.
Absolutely.
There's TVs in there. You can watch the game.
Can you imagine Joey Chestnut shows up in section 272?
Give me 75 hot dogs.
With buns.
Yes. That's funny as hell. It will be interesting. Well, you know what's going to be funny is watching the Houston Texans this year with no offensive line.
Oh, they'll fix that.
Not one, no offensive line. Two of their guys are gone today.
Boom.
Traded.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday, Houston Texan fan. We're talking about it. We continue here on the Blitz. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
The Headline Blitz is brought to you by Novo Brewery, San Antonio's newest sports watching destination with over 80 feet of video walls, 60 craft beers, and hard kombucha on tap. A full bar and delicious menu. Novo Brewery is attached to North Star Mall and open late hours. San Antonio's newest sports headquarters is Novo Brewery. We're talking over 80 feet of massive video walls, a lineup of craft beers, and hard kombucha on tap. Novo Brewery, juicy, thick-cut ribeye steaks, picanha prime sirloin, Brazilian empanadas, stacked burgers, and more. Novo Brewery, built for fans, friends, and full-on game day energy. Novo Brewery, attached to North Star Mall with late hours. Check out the menu and taps at novobrew.com. That's novobrew.com.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hey, Texas hockey fans, the Dallas Stars continue their road trip north of the border tomorrow night against the Calgary Flames. And my friends from Flight by Yingling are hosting a Dallas Stars watch party at McIntyre Southtown location. Jason Minnick's here from the Blitz. In ESPN.com's latest hockey power rankings, they have the Dallas Stars at number 5. It's March, officially the stretch run. And at tomorrow night's watch party, you can register to win a flyaway trip to see the Stars take on the Flyers in Philadelphia March 29th. The flyaway package includes airfare for 2, a hotel, and 2 game tickets. Must be at least 21 years of age to enter. And you could also win some exclusive Flight by Yingling Dallas Stars gear, like hats and t-shirts at the watch party tomorrow night. Puck drops at 8 o'clock tomorrow night at McIntyre Southtown location with Flight by Yingling, proud partner of the Dallas Stars and the next generation of light beer. Enjoy responsibly. DG Yingling & Son, Pottsville, PA.
Hey, this is Rob Thompson here with my good friends from Prize Picks. I've got a little hint for you. I want you to go download Prize Picks right now. And if you remember the code ALAMO, you're going to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Remember, that's code ALAMO, and you'll get $50 in lineups. That's just from me to you. Now, let's talk about why you want to go get on Prize Picks, because right now is the best time to play Prize Picks, because the season's meat is there. We know what the teams are doing. We know who's going to get more or less. Now go capitalize. As college ends up, as the NBA pros head toward the playoffs, you know that Wemby's trending up. You know that Steph Castle's trending up. You know that certain guys are trending down. Now's the time to go play. So when you're playing basketball and you are winning, remember what Prize Picks does for you? If they start out fast, you can go ahead and cash out before the game's even over. That's why I love Prize Picks. Also, you got good picks? Share them on social media. They're going to help you do that. Prize Picks is fantastic because being right is good, being right more is better, but man, it feels so good to be right.
What does it mean to work with one of the largest personal injury law firms in Texas? At Thomas J. Henry, it means we can put our team of experts to work for you. Visit thomasjhenrylaw.com. The name you know, the firm you trust. Principal office, San Antonio.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
America, look around. Everywhere you go, prices are still high. Rates have been whipsawing markets, and the debt and spending don't exactly scream stability. If your retirement is mostly stocks and bonds, you may be taking a risk, more risk than you think. And when you're near retirement, a sharp drawdown at the wrong time can do real damage. Experts say diversifying with intention is the #1 secret account that all Americans' smart money uses to hedge against instability. Its precious metals, silver, and gold is having a spectacular bull run. Would it not make sense to get in before the rocket takes off? Monetary Gold have been around since 2000, witnessing multiple economic setbacks. They have the experience to help tailor your portfolio to your needs. If you call now, they will cover up to a lifetime of your IRA fees on qualified accounts. Call Monetary Gold now at 877-NOW-GOLD. That's 877-NOW-GOLD. Performance may vary. You should always consult your financial and tax professional. That's 877-NOW-GOLD.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars Spring Golf Classic is back. Round up your foursome, your work crew, your weekend golf buddies, even the ladies, and get ready for a fun, laid-back day at the Golf Club of Texas. Monday, March 30th. Lock in a team for just $500 for a foursome, or jump in solo for $150 per player and spend the day talking trash, crushing drives, and laughing your way around the course. This isn't a stuffy golf club tournament. It's golf the way it should be. The Spring Golf Classic benefits feeding animals at no-kill shelters across Texas, so you're having a great time for a great cause. Presented by Flight by Yingling and sponsored by Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Shunt Club, PPL Motorhomes, and Ancira Auto Group. And when the last putt drops, the day is just getting started. Join us for the after party at the 90 Proof Bar at Lucky Ranch Road and Highway 90. Cold drinks, great food, and all the post-round storytelling you can handle. So pick your team, claim your spot, and tee up with San Antonio's Sports Star. Sign up your foursome now at sasportstar.com.
Is that the Jackson 5 or what? Who is that?
Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars. Okay, I like Bruno Mars.
Jackson 5, Bruno Mars, same thing.
Same.
It is. It is a Monday.
How old are you?
You know what makes Mondays even better is because it's a Mellow Monday.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to be giving away a $50 gift card to Mellow Mushroom coming up here. Sometime in this fine program, it sounded like the old Jackson 5. You don't remember Jackson 5?
Of course I remember.
Well, of course.
Actually, honestly, I mean, I know, like Thriller came out when I was
Well, that was just Michael
10.
Jackson.
Well, sure.
He had
I was
four brothers.
But I was 10 when ish. When did that come out? 84, 85?
Dude, I don't remember that.
So I was 10, 12 years old.
All right. Well, I'm just saying.
All right,
you got
Grandpa.
the old Jackson 5, the old Donnie Osmond, and the Osmond brothers, and they were singing, and hey, good stuff.
Especially for those of you on YouTube, if you guys are on our YouTube page, just go to the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube channel. What was going on during the commercial break was comedy.
Yeah.
2 engineers trying to change a light bulb.
Well, I wouldn't say there were 2 engineers. There was 1 engineer and a pledge.
Well, but Pledge is...
He's not an engineer.
I'm a producer.
Yes.
Oh, today you're a producer. Sometimes you say you're the engineer of this show. You do a little bit of both.
No, I say I'm the engine to this show.
Oh, well, that's...
So...
Right. Now, granted, now we've got these stupid fluorescent lights. They put new ones in. Changing the light was fine, but apparently it needs a new ballast. Whatever
that is.
By the way, not flickering anymore.
It kind of is.
Well, what'd you do to it?
Nothing. They both stared at it, and it got scared. It's like a possum. It's the flickering light's playing dead. But I was waiting for one or both of them to fall. But I took some great photos. These are great blackmail photos, are they not?
These need to go out.
Well,
I mean, both of these guys look confused as hell.
Looking at a light.
Yes.
One's picking his
I
nose.
am.
I mean, the idea of, how do we do this? And the words that were being said while changing the light probably sounded much like Ryan Egel putting together his new space heater outdoors on Saturday morning. The question, should I put these on social media?
Yes.
That could be a poll question, Pledge, but I know Pledge is in charge of the poll, so you guys just comment if you want me to post these photos of these guys hard at work trying to change a light.
You know everybody's going to say yes.
Well, I'm hoping.
Well, they will.
I mean, we'll see.
I'm saying yes because those two
I
guys.
sent it to you. I just sent you one. I've got others.
Well, hell,
I mean,
I'll post it then.
You know. All right, but if you go to YouTube, Pledge,
I'm going to start taking pictures during the break of y'all.
Uh-huh.
Posting them all the time.
Well, it was just funny because
you complained about the light. I went to go help somebody fix the light.
You know, they're not
during the
flickering.
commercial break.
They're not flickering anymore.
Well, they've stopped. Well, they every now and then. It's not the constant. It's just enough. Or, I mean, and you guys all know what it's like when you're around these flickering. Let's see, that one over yonder's flickering now. It gives you a headache, and you feel like you're about to have a seizure.
Yeah, it really does,
Right?
like a strobe light. See, you're too young to remember that. Back in the day when you had the old discos, man, they have the black lights going, the strobe lights, and the crystal ball rolling around with the light shining on it.
We're not too old for strobe lights, Joe.
Those were great.
Or young or whatever.
Joe Reinagle live at Skate World.
Lucy's Disco we used to go to.
Really, Lucy's?
In Corpus Christi, yeah.
Up next, the couple skate.
The disco pledge.
Now,
disco.
Fred on YouTube says, who can fix a light quicker, Jason or Joe? Me.
Jason, because he'll call somebody to do it immediately.
No,
Joe will try to figure it out
he can
and
do
then
it
call
and
somebody.
then call someone.
No, well, see, I would because I'd get to it quicker. Jason needs a ladder.
Well, this is true.
So I would get there quicker.
Although you would need a ladder for that too.
Well, yeah, true.
I could stand on that table just as good as you can.
I don't know how to change those lights.
I mean, now Cameron says Jason can't boil water. What's he talking about? Wash clothes. He's got no room. Now, this is true. I can boil water.
Did you find a service to?
Yeah.
You did, huh?
Absolutely.
Do you have to take them there or they deliver?
No, they pick it up at the house.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, and the service is the same price if they pick it up versus you taking it in.
Oh, well, then you got to do that.
I'm on a Tuesday, Friday route. They'll pick it up on Tuesday, and they give you 2 bags. So I can, like tomorrow will be my first day. I'll set the bag out on the porch, and they will take it and then bring clean clothes on Friday. And then I've got another bag if I want to go.
So you can leave the bag out, the dirty ones on Friday. They'll pick those up?
Yeah, and then bring back Tuesday.
Wow.
Yeah, so it seems like a pretty good deal.
Not bad.
I can't wait.
Not bad. You have to let us know how that works out.
I mean, I'll have clean clothes.
Well, yeah.
I've got it figured out.
You know, I washed a load of clothes myself this morning.
What do you want, a medal?
I'm just saying. You know, see, I put together a heater, I wash my own clothes. Dude.
Mm-hmm. And again, I don't know how to wash clothes. I don't. I haven't ever really needed to. When I lived in New York, there was a laundry service. That did it. Then, you dated around and then, back in the day.
Can you push a button?
See,
I'm just asking. It's yes or no question.
Yes.
Then you can wash clothes.
I know I can. I can. It's principle at this point.
I see. Okay.
It has nothing to do with ability. It is principle. When we were first together, 30-some-odd years ago, and I'm a big fan of you don't buy anything you can't afford. My wife wanted a washing machine that we could not afford over at the Sears at Rolling Oaks Mall. And she said, if we get this one, I will never have to use it. She will always do laundry.
Wow.
And I've held her to that for over 30 years.
I know you have.
Yeah. And see, what I'm worried about is if I learn now, while she's gone and working in North Carolina for 4 months that she'll expect me to do it when I get back.
Well, you don't have to tell her you did that. You can just tell her.
She's going to know. I mean, she's going to know if I'm doing laundry.
Well, you got a service.
Well, no, she knows about that.
Yeah, so just learn anyway. That way you got that in your back pocket.
Well, I mean, if I was desperate and needed to figure it out, I could figure it out.
Yes, you
I
could.
could call somebody, yes, phone a friend.
Yeah.
On Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Push a button.
And Anthony's giving you crap now because you stepped on the dishwasher door.
I did.
And broke it.
I sure like the new one, though.
Do you?
Oh, man. It's quiet. It's quiet. Yeah. I don't even know it was on the other day.
It's nice, right?
Yeah, Maggie said, do you know I did our first load. I said, that thing's running? She goes, yeah. Dude, quiet. No problem.
You know, Fred says that wash service is fine as long as you don't have porch pirates. There's cameras everywhere around my house. You can come try to snag them.
Fred,
and if
let
you
me
really,
just tell you,
really want to steal my underwear, go for it, dude.
Yeah, who the hell is going to take Minix's dirty clothes?
I mean,
not even the worst of the worst.
Well, maybe the clean clothes.
Well, maybe.
I mean, you can't get anywhere near my house without being on cameras. Front yard, side yard, backyard, front porch. There's 2 on the front porch. So, yeah, my security system is pretty solid, so I'm not worried about that.
I can't. Some poor dude grabbed that bag and goes, "Oh no, that'd be awful."
Yeah. And all this construction I work doing every day.
Yeah, no kidding.
No kidding. That's it. What a great Houston Texans
that was
segment.
Wasn't it though? One of the best we've ever done. We may have to repeat that coming up next because there is some Houston Texan news, that's for sure. We'll talk about it. We continue here on the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Jackson Hewitt knows taxes are complicated, and with multiple jobs and tax forms, they're like Sonata complicated. Our no surprise pricing keeps things simple. Jackson Hewitt does your taxes for only $149 or less. And since we know all the new tax codes, you could get thousands back. So what are you waiting for? Hurry. File with Jackson Hewitt today for only $149 or less, guaranteed. Limited time offer for new clients on federal returns. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com/149.
Have you or a loved one been arrested? Call the law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, and get the aggressive legal help you deserve. From criminal defense to personal injury, attorney Jesse Hernandez and his powerhouse team are ready to fight for your rights. Calls are answered 24/7 because legal trouble doesn't keep office hours. Call 210-807-8656 or visit jessehernandezlaw.com. That's jessehernandezlaw.com. The law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, has your back.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
You know the Roo Pub has proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
On eBay, every find has a story. Like if you're looking for a vintage band tee, not just any tee, the band tee. You wore it everywhere until your best friend stole it. Now you're on eBay, and there it is. Same tee from the same tour. The things you love have a way of finding their way back to you, especially on eBay. Where else can you find that mint trading card you searched everywhere for, or your first car, the one you wish you never sold? It has to be eBay. Shop eBay for millions of finds, each with a story. eBay, things people love.
I hope everybody had a great weekend. Happy Monday. Hope it's going well for you. Certainly is for us. We appreciate you stopping by here. Spend a little time with Jason and Joe on the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Houston Texans have been active today and over the weekend.
They have, and I'm curious if you're a Houston Texans fan, your excitement level of what Nick Caserio has done today, because honestly, I'm mixed. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. On Twitter, at Joe Reinagle 210. Tweet at me, at Jason Minix. If you're watching on YouTube, you can comment there. If you want to see the photo, it's on all of our stories. Pledge if you reshared it on the Sports Star. Now, it's also
already been posted by Sports Star.
I know. I don't know.
That had to be the boss.
Had to be the boss.
Yeah.
Who had a caption contest. So go to the San Antonio Sports Star Instagram at SA Sports Star, because the big boss apparently did that.
Yes.
And make sure you caption the photo of James and Halen trying to change a light bulb.
And the looks on their faces, priceless.
Clearly the answer is more than 2.
Priceless.
To the question. How many does it take?
See, I give Pledge a little bit of a break, though. I mean, he's a producer. I know he's a suit now, but he's not an engineer. You know, Halen, look, that Notre Dame education, boy, woo! It's coming through.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Good stuff.
I like Halen.
Good stuff.
Even though he's a domer.
In all honesty, for the Houston Texans, I'm excited that you got David Montgomery. I'm really excited that with him and Woody Marks, I think you've got a great 1-2 punch. I'm a huge fan of David Montgomery. I've had him on my fantasy football team the last couple of years, and I was mad as hell at his reduced role last year. So was he. Now he's a Houston Texan. C.J. Stroud now has a reliable running game. That's great for C.J. Stroud in that part of it. But Nick Caserio also traded away 2 offensive linemen today, one to Cleveland and one to Detroit. Their offensive line was already bad. And continuity in offensive line is always talked about. And I go back and I think about what Nick Caserio and so many of his word salad press conferences have said is about building around what's there for continuity reasons.
Well, can you imagine now? You've got Montgomery coming into Houston. You go, who the hell's going to block? What do I have to do? I mean, honestly, even those guys can't be too thrilled about this. Yet starting right tackle Titus Howard has been traded to the Cleveland Browns. And in that David Montgomery deal, Juice Scruggs was traded
Mm-hmm.
to the Detroit Lions. Also, a couple of draft picks, by the way, a fourth-round pick this year and a seventh-round pick in 27.
So when you think about offensive linemen and the continuity, the Houston Texans plan as we sit right now on the second day of March is hope. We hope to get somebody in free agency. We hope to draft some dudes that can come in and play right away. Now, unless Nick Caserio has some other deals already going, and I got to believe he does, to trade not one but two. So it's great you've got a reliable run game who's blocking. It's great that that running back will really be a benefit to C.J. Stroud. But who's blocking for these dudes?
That's it, dude. I don't know. And that offensive line was already the weakest link on that team. So, yeah, there's got to be a plan, right? There's got to be a plan.
Uh-huh.
They're going to draft an offensive lineman, I would assume.
Sure.
I don't know. When did they pick, Pledge?
Late.
28th.
28th. You got an offensive lineman there.
They better take an offense. You know how we're talking about the Cowboys' whole draft better be defense, 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 defense? I'm looking at the Texans right now. Their defense is fine. Offensively, they might draft 5 offensive linemen, 4 offensive linemen, and I wouldn't be mad at it.
No, and they need to. But you're right. That defense is outstanding. But, yeah, C.J. Stroud needs a little help. He needs a little blocking. And so does David Montgomery, by the way, now that he's coming into Houston. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do. But active today, and look, you got to give him credit. And where I will with Caserio, I mean, the guy pulled off the C.J. Stroud, Will Anderson deal that day, and we were all standing around with our mouths wide open at how he did that and what a genius move it was. I would assume he's got something like that up his sleeve.
Well, he has to, right? Nick Caserio is far too smart. But my initial reaction, you better have a plan that isn't hope. What are the corresponding moves? Because right now, man, I am thrilled for Houston and for David Montgomery. What a great trade. And when you think about the free agent running back market and how expensive that could get with those the few good ones that are available versus what you know you're going to get from David Montgomery, even though he does turn 29 in June. I love the fact that they went out and they got a need by making a trade and not hoping to get into a bidding war for one of these guys in the free agent market. And, you know, you have your eyes set on and you end up with Rico Dowdle, right? They went out and they made a trade and got a great running back. But they weakened their already weakest part of the offense to begin with by trading away 2 offensive linemen, which to me, that's scary as hell. Like, I'm excited and not at the same time for the Houston Texans.
Well, I'm excited for them for the running back room. Montgomery, they need it. Look, Mark's proved he's not an every down guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's a change of pace guy. And then you bring in a Montgomery, and they got a nice 1-2 punch there. So they did well there. But I'm with you. That offensive line, you get rid of 2 guys. Now, I'm not sure, in all transparency, Juice Scruggs and how good he was. But Titus Howard, your starting right tackle, I mean, that to me is a big loss and somebody you got to replace. And I'm not sure they have that guy on the roster. So they got some work to do in the free agent market and or the draft.
Yeah, they don't have that guy on the roster. They don't. It's almost like the bat signal. You start talking Texans, and Joshua immediately dials 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776.
Speed dial.
Joshua, you're on the Blitz. You doing all right today, man?
I'm doing okay. I mean, Titus Howard the trade was, I guess, kind of good. I mean, let's be completely honest here. Titus Howard was not a locked-in right tackle starter. He was not a locked-in left guard tackle starter. His best asset was that he's versatile. He wasn't great at either one. He had flashes where he was great, but he was just kind of serviceable. He was better than the bad that they have. But with that trade, you kind of know that the Texans are got something planned. For the love of God, I hope they have something planned. Because as of this offensive line room, it's Ariante Ursery, good left tackle. Jake Andrews, well, he was the center, but apparently he wasn't that great. Jarrett Patterson, Blake Fisher, Jarrett Keaston, City So, and, of course, Joe's favorite, Eli Cox. So that's just
who?
That's Eli Cox. Yes, that's his name.
Okay.
Yes, that's his name.
Yeah.
C-O-X. Yes, he's from Kentucky. He's a second-year player. But, that's Joe's favorite.
He was on a futures contract. He wouldn't need. I mean, you pull up our lads right now and you look at the depth chart for the Houston Texans because they updated with every corresponding move, and there's no backup left guard, there's no backup center, and there's no backup right tackle, and they've just moved some dudes in. Now, granted, it's March, but it's kind of scary.
I'm a little scared, but I have a feeling Nick has to have something planned. But of course, they were $5 million in the hole before all these trades, and now after these trades, I don't know where their salary cap is, and to sign a Tyler Linderbaum because that's who you're gonna need. For me, that's the gold ticket to make all the Texans fans feel okay. But I just am not too sure what's going on with that because I am not a fan of that David Montgomery trade by giving up a fourth when it was reported that they wanted just a fifth. But you did get to unload Juice Scruggs, who, yes, he was another lineman, but all he was another rotational lineman. It's not like he was their true starter.
He was a body, Joshua. Now you've got two bodies gone and three positions that don't have a backup.
You had a body with Kenyon Green when he was in there, but he wasn't that good.
Look, from the David Montgomery standpoint, he is a machine in the red zone, short yardage situation. If I remember correctly, the Houston Texans were
dead last,
freaking bad, god awful in the red zone. That should help, but only if there's some people that can block for him. I know there's got to be a plan for Caserio. You don't trade away two offensive linemen without having a good idea of what's coming back. But it's scary when you hope, right? We hope to find this guy. We hope to find that guy. And what are you going to have, 3, 4, 5 new starters on an offensive line? And tell me about continuity? And then C.J. Stroud's getting sacked left and right. We're going to blame C.J. Stroud for sucking in a contract year. Again, I'm mixed on this for the Houston Texans. I love David Montgomery, and there's clarity on what's going to happen with Joe Mixon. Bye-bye.
He's gone for sure.
He's definitely gone, unless he can play guard. It's just weird timing.
Well, it's funny that you listen to Joshua and Titus Howard was just trash. He was not that. Cleveland Browns must think he's pretty good. They have a 3-year, $63 million extension.
Yep.
So I guess one man's trash is another man's treasure, and that's simply the way that it was. So now he's a rich man living in Cleveland.
Well, and again, decent to solid starter. Detroit needing to rebuild their offensive line must be happy with what they're getting in return, but they also needed to unload David Montgomery, who was unhappy with his role in Detroit because Jahmyr Gibbs became the guy. Paul Gallant tweeted out the most memorable Titus Howard moment, sadly, and I retweeted that at Jason Minix. It's hilarious. It's when CJ was scrambling around in those battle red uniforms, ironically against Detroit, and Titus grabbed the football away from CJ and then fumbled it and recovered it while the Keystone Cops theme music was playing.
Yeah.
Again, interesting moves to start the week and to start the new league year for the Houston Texans. I like it and I don't, in that sense of love David Montgomery. Now, I can't wait to see how you plan to fix the offensive line.
Well, they've got a lot of draft picks. I mean, Pledge has sent the list, and they've got a ton. 1 first-round, 2 second-round picks, and then they've got 2 fifth-round picks. So they can address that. But again, look, we talk about it every year. You go out in the draft and you draft guys, and it's a 50-50 proposition.
Yep.
Are they going to make it? Are they going to be good? Are they not? And Josh just mentioned Kenyon Green. When they drafted him, everybody was thrilled. They were excited, thinking, and he turned out to be a bust. You just don't know in the draft, and that's the problem. So a lot of draft picks. They will draft guys, I'm sure. The question is going to be, can they contribute, and how soon can they contribute?
They will draft guys.
Well, I'm talking about offensive line guys.
I mean, honestly, with their needs as a team, BPA or need, I would not be surprised if Houston seriously drafted 3 or 4 offensive linemen.
Wouldn't surprise me either.
Or maybe more. Because, their needs. Their defense is so damn good. Their receiving core when healthy. C.J. Stroud with a real run game. Montgomery and Marks in the backfield. They've got everything but the offensive line. Can you retool an offensive line in 1 year when you hear so much about continuity? That's the biggest question that I have with what they have done today.
And that's a huge question. It really is. So, again, I think Howard was the guy. And Juice Scruggs, I don't know how upset they are to get rid of him necessarily.
No.
So, but Howard was a pretty good lineman, and now he's in Cleveland.
He was one of their better linemen on a bad line.
Well, true. But look, C.J. Stroud proved in that New England game that he's prone to panic at times when he's getting rushed.
Wouldn't you with that offensive
Well,
line?
I guess I would, but he did for sure. So they got to do something to protect that young man, or he's gonna. He not only won't get an extension, he might not be with us anymore. That dude getting pounded.
Wow. It was very gloomy.
Well, I mean, see that guy get hit in the playoffs?
You think his light's always flickering like the ones we have here in the studio?
Absolutely.
He just walks around with flickering lights?
He does, yes. Absolutely he does. Oh, my goodness. So we'll see what they do. But interesting moves by the Houston Texans today. Spurs hoping to get back on track tomorrow. We're going to talk about that in the next segment. We got some Dallas Cowboys news we need to get to as well. Still a full day and a full slate of content that we need to get to. We'll get to it when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1. San Antonio Sports Star.
Injuries happen, and when they do, you can skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, strains, conveniently located in the Corey area with extended hours Monday through Saturday. They have on-site x-ray casting and bracing. In fact, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, but best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. So if you're injured, get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic. Learn more online at TSAOG.com. That's TSAOG.com.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville.
Touchdown Vegas! What a wild finish!
Your home for the NFL.
The Gomez Law Firm has been San Antonio's trusted law firm for 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us today. Jose, tell us about the cases you all specialize in.
We do ride-sharing cases, we do 18-wheeler cases, work injuries. We will be happy to take a look at and see if we can help.
If you or your family have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, you need to visit joegomezlaw.com. Call the Gomez Law Firm at 736-4040.
Move over, Chips. There's a new crunchier MVP in the snack aisle. Enter pork rinds. Southern recipe pork rinds are low-carb, gluten-free, and packed with protein to keep you going. And the flavors, big, bold, crunchy. From sweet barbecue to hot honey, every bite brings that flavor-packed crunch you crave. Grab your favorites today at H-E-B or online at porkrinds.com. Southern recipe pork rinds are your snack time, crunch time hero.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Whether it's day or night, hot flashes due to menopause can be unpredictable. That's why there's Veoza, a prescription treatment proven to reduce the number and severity of hot flashes day and night that can start working in as early as 1 week. Based on clinical studies measuring efficacy at 4 and 12 weeks, individual results may vary. Talk to your healthcare provider about what this may mean for you. For moderate to severe vasomotor symptoms or hot flashes and night sweats due to menopause, Veoza can cause serious side effects, including liver problems. Your doctor will do blood tests before and during treatment. Stop Veoza and call your doctor if you have symptoms of liver problems, such as feeling more tired than usual, decreased appetite, nausea, vomiting, itching, yellowing of the eyes or skin, pale stool, dark urine, or stomach pain. Don't use Veoza if you have cirrhosis, severe kidney problems, kidney failure, or take CYP1A2 inhibitors. Ask your doctor about Veoza. To learn more, call 1-866-239-1637 or go to Veoza.com. That's VEOZAH.com.
Right now at O'Reilly Auto Parts, get 5 quarts of Valvoline full synthetic motor oil and a MicroGuard Select oil filter for $36.99. Limit supply. See store for details. Trust our professional parts people to recommend the products for your next oil change. Visit your O'Reilly Auto Parts store or shop online at O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hey, John, why so glum?
I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the 3rd time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. Mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, Cowboys owner Jerry Jones spoke to the media before he left the Combine in Indianapolis. He was talking about being active in free agency, and he said, quote, "I would bet that we will spend more money in free agency than we have." Of course, the Cowboys are expected to rework Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, Tyler Smith, and more in order to create more cap space. Donovan Ezeraku, likely out until training camp, had surgery to repair a hip labrum injury.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the 3rd time in 7 seasons. The San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
On a Monday, and I hope it's a good Monday. Hope your week started out just the way you wanted it to do. Appreciate you stopping by here and spending some time with us on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagel. He's Jason Minix, and your Monday's going okay, isn't it, Minix?
Absolutely. I'm entertained by engineers trying to fix lights in the studio.
Yeah. Well, there's always something that we can use as entertainment.
Yeah.
You know, people watching is probably the most underrated form of entertainment there is. I just like to go places like we've been talking about Vegas, for example.
Mm-hmm.
They just people watch.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's all shapes, sizes, just everything. And you know, I don't know. I'm a people watting kind of guy. Kind of trying to figure out what the hell they're doing. And
you're judgy as hell, though. That's for sure.
What their story is. Well, it depends on who I'm watching, Minix.
You're still judging regardless.
Well, I guess so. I guess we all do that.
We all do that.
Yeah.
People watching is entertaining, especially in a place like Las Vegas.
No question about it. But, I mean, you could go down to, I don't know, La Cantera or you know, the Rim, and people watch. And it's entertaining. Got to have something to do while you're sipping on that drink.
Oh, really?
Sure. I wonder what their story is.
Do you really?
Not really.
Do you ever go up and ask them?
No.
Be like that reporter. Everybody has a story, and go find the good stories and go tell them.
Dude, that guy was one of the best reporters there is. I can't remember his name now.
Exactly.
I worked for CBS. And he'd throw a dartboard on a map, and wherever that dart ended, he would go to that city and find a story, and he always did, and it was always entertaining as hell.
You know, it's interesting. You can't remember that dude's name, and Anthony Guerrero on YouTube says, I'd people watch Sydney and Vegas all day. See, that's different.
Well,
because if you're watching Sydney, you can't stand up and walk away for a while.
Well,
just saying.
Yeah. And if the wives are there, you need sunglasses.
Yes. Although they know.
She's a nice girl.
Unplug it, maybe.
We need to take Luke Cornett's advice and have more respect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's always a fun place, Vegas is. And I can't wait to get back to Circa, and I know we'll do that here summertime. August we'll be back there. Going to be a lot of fun. And I don't know. First weekend of bachelorhood for you, Jason. How'd you make out?
It was fine.
It was okay?
It was fine.
Yeah? Did you get in trouble?
No.
Why?
Why would I get in trouble?
Well, you're supposed to.
There's nobody home.
Wife's out of town. You should,
I wouldn't
explore.
Hit some golf balls at the San Pedro driving range.
Nice. We're going to be out there next week, right?
We are, Tuesday.
Yeah, good.
And then went to a couple of bars. Played some blackjack. It was a good weekend.
All right.
Good weekend.
Yeah, well, not
Went
bad.
to H-E-B. That's probably the most difficult, trying to figure out dinner. Like I had a package of pork chops, so I made some pork chops where there's stew in there, so I did them two very different ways just to experiment. Then I had all this leftover, a lot of pork chops left over. I'm like, what the hell am I going to do now? So I made some fried rice and added the pork chops in.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. It's impossible to barbecue for one.
Well,
it really is.
I suppose. But, I mean, that's a good way to do it. I mean, if you're going to barbecue some stuff, although you don't like leftovers, do
No,
you?
I don't eat leftovers.
See?
Although I do. I have learned that a lot of whatever meat is there, just make fried rice and add the meat into it, and it's like a whole different meal.
It works out pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, see, I like rice of all kinds. So, not always fried rice. I like white rice, Mexican rice.
Do you just want to mix pork chops in with white rice?
Sure. If you had a little gravy, too, that'd be great.
I didn't make gravy.
A little brown gravy on that with some white rice.
See, that'd be like smothered pork.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
Well, you should.
I did two different kind of barbecued pork chops. One with a traditional barbecue and one with the there's this great Szechuan glaze that they sell at H-E-B that I've used on those pork belly burn ends. I tried that on a pork chop. It was spectacular.
It was good?
And perfect with fried rice.
Huh.
Just saying.
That's great.
Yeah.
What are you doing tonight?
I haven't decided yet because I bought two of those meals that are just the ready to go. You just throw them in the oven. One is some sort of lasagna deal, and the other one is enchiladas with brisket meat that H-E-B sells.
That doesn't sound bad.
Yeah, I'll try one of those.
Dude, I'm telling you, they're solid. When I was a single man, living in an apartment, I'd get those all the time. And it's convenient. It's quick.
The biggest problem with a lot of them is now we got lots of strobing going on in here.
It's like, ugh. A lot of strobing.
Strobing, I said. The strobe lights.
Wow.
Is the combinations. There's always something in there that I don't want.
Right.
And sorry, H-E-B, I'm sure your steaks are wonderful, but I'm not making one of your steak dinners.
Why not?
Because I
got green beans in there or something.
Well, mostly asparagus.
Asparagus is delicious.
No.
Love asparagus.
Do you?
Yeah.
Not me.
You can just go to Tri-County and just buy a steak.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Grab a potato and
I would do that before I buy one of the steak dinners they have at H-E-B.
Well, there you go. And that's easy to do. See. I'll grill up a steak if I'm solo.
Oh, absolutely.
That's not a problem.
No. Did that the other day.
Yeah. I don't have a problem with that. Like, I got to figure out what I'm doing for dinner tonight.
Oh, you're on your own?
Yeah, wife's on a business thing. Business dinner tonight. So
yeah.
I'm solo.
So where are we going to dinner?
Well, I'm probably gonna. I don't know.
You'll make a hot dog when you get home.
No, I don't have any hot dogs. So
Peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Damn sure not doing that.
All right, ham and cheese.
You know, these, Uber Eats or something. That'll be something like that.
Stop over and get a pizza at Mellow Mushroom.
Oh, I may do that. That's a possibility.
I know. We'll be there next Thursday.
Okay. Looking forward to that.
Mellow Mushroom.
It's been a while since we've been to Mellow Mushroom. I'm looking forward to that.
Absolutely.
Because that'll
been a while for the show. I was there not long
that's
ago
what I'm talking
getting
about.
pizza.
So we'll that'd be a nice lunch before the show for sure.
Mm-hmm. Stay tuned. We'll give away a $50 gift card.
We will
here in a little while.
It's Mellow Monday
because it's a Mellow Monday.
That's exactly what it is.
Exactly what it is.
And that's what we do. So, well, I'm glad you had a good weekend, man, and I hope you make it. As a bachelor, because I'll be worried about. You'd be okay for a week or so, and then I'll start to worry about you. Glad you got the clothes situation taken care of.
That was the biggest obstacle.
See, dude, no. Here's the problem, everybody listening.
Oh, here we go.
Minix's wife takes care of him like a child.
Because I am.
And I'm telling you, so that's the problem. That's why I worry about the dude.
I'm fine.
Because his wife, again, pats him on his little hiney and gets his clothes out for him and all of that stuff. So, yeah. So say a nice prayer for Minix as his wife is gone for a little while.
Jason dresses himself. She'd put him in a color other than blue.
Well, she might. Is that blue or is that black?
Yes.
That's a very dark blue.
The regular guy look. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, there's a Rodney Dangerfield movie called Easy Money.
1982.
Fantastic.
Come on, dude.
Great movie. The regular guy look. That's Jason.
Mm-hmm.
The regular guy look.
Get no respect around here.
None whatsoever. Hey, the San Antonio Spurs get a lot of love, a lot of respect, except, yesterday they might not have deserved any. In fact, I would say they didn't deserve any respect after yesterday. But that's okay. Snapped an 11-game winning streak, and we're talking about it. We continue here on the Blitz. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If you're having any issues at your house with your plumbing, your AC, there is one company to call, and that is Quartermoon Plumbing, Heating, and AC. 210-651-5899 is the phone number, 651-5899. At Quartermoon, they are full service. Big job, small job, residential or commercial. Their service trucks are fully stocked, and they have all the equipment needed for any job. No commission sales reps. They'll provide estimates and second opinions, and they have a great experienced staff that has earned an A-plus ranking with the Better Business Bureau. And at Quartermoon, they are green certified. And we're now in March. You want to make sure your AC is tuned up and ready to go before the oven is really on. And they've got great maintenance programs that ensures you are ready for every season. Obviously, if you're getting the maintenance done, that could keep problems from turning into massive, expensive problems. So call Quartermoon, 210-651-5899, 651-5899, or online at quartermoonplumbing.com.
Have you or a loved one been arrested? Call the law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, and get the aggressive legal help you deserve. From criminal defense to personal injury, attorney Jesse Hernandez and his powerhouse team are ready to fight for your rights. Calls are answered 24/7 because legal trouble doesn't keep office hours. Call 210-807-8656 or visit JesseHernandezLaw.com. That's JesseHernandezLaw.com. The law office of Jesse Hernandez. The Texas Chancla has your back.
Dave Ramsey here. The only water softener I recommend is a quality water softener from Connecticut. It really is the last water softener you'll ever own.
ConnecticutSA.com.
And tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
Want consistent color for every job? Milo's Pro Rewards members get a 20% paint discount on future purchases after paint annual qualifying spend reaches $3,000. Plus, order eligible in-stock paint and paint supplies by 2 p.m. for free same-day delivery by 8 p.m. Improving is easy at Lowe's. Excludes spray paint and mist tints. More exclusions, terms, and conditions apply. Subject to change. Details at Lowe's.com/terms. Same-day delivery valid in select zip codes. Subject to driver availability. Details at Lowe's.com/same-day delivery.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement. Attention shoppers,
If you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hormones can affect everything. Bad skin, bad hair, low energy, poor sleep, brain fogginess, libido, and weight gain. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health, and we take a functional approach to your hormone problems. Eating right and exercise will not be beneficial without optimal hormone function. This goes for men and women. We do state-of-the-art testing to get to the root of your hormone issues and help you get well and stay well. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health. We can help. 210-468-1891.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio.
You know, you had to figure after 11 in a row, the Spurs were due for a stinker. And we got that yesterday at Madison Square Garden. That's for sure. Spurs losing badly to the New York Knicks, and, well, they looked as bad as the final score was.
Were you more concerned after watching them lose the way they did, or is it just, it was due? 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776 on Twitter, at Joe Reinagle 210. Tweet at me, at Jason Minix. Season low in points. Awful with turnovers.
Turnovers were terrible, 22 of them.
Awful from three-point range. And after a great start, once New York punched them in the mouth, they were donezo. Just done. It wasn't even competitive. Granted, I say that San Antonio cut the lead to 8 a couple of times in the second half, but they could get no closer than that.
No, they didn't. And look, I thought there were many times that they were going to make a run and come back. I think they even one of the announcers even said that on the broadcast yesterday. The Spurs have one more run in them, but they never had one more run in them, and that was the problem. They get about as close as 8, and then the Knicks would push that thing out. Again, the turnovers were bad, and that's something you can't do. But we've talked about this, and everybody gets all excited about Devin Vassell and Julian Champagnie getting hot and making three-pointers, but the consistency is just not there. Look, Vassell had 3 games in a row. He was pretty good. Yesterday he was not, and Champagnie was really non-existent.
Live by the 3, die by the 3, and yesterday they died by the 3. And that's what we were talking about after that win over Detroit, even the win in Toronto, because Vassell and Champagnie were just on fire in those games. Not so much yesterday in New York. When they're shooting north of 40% from 3, like a lot of teams, but especially this Spurs team, they're damn near unbeatable. But you can't rely on that. These guys aren't going to be that consistent. And at least Vic, while he was 1 of 7 from 3, he finally had a solid offensive output, because he has struggled offensively since the All-Star break. Finished with 25 points, 8 of 17, but again, 1 of 7 from 3. My problem with Vic yesterday was the turnovers. A lot of times, turnovers happen, but very careless, very sloppy, and careless with the basketball. It seemed a little nonchalant. I mean, you got to watch a 7th grade B team game to see somebody turn it over on an inbounds pass where he just throws it out of bounds. What the hell was that?
Hey, I don't know what he was thinking, I think it was Steph Castle he was trying to get the ball to. Castle moves one way, Wemby throws the ball the other, and it was really bad. There was only 4 seconds left, and it was the third quarter, I think. I'm not sure exactly the time, but it gave New York an extra possession. right there toward the end, and it was bad. It was bad. I just didn't know what was going through Wemby's mind at the time.
We know they're good. So because of that, I'm not overly concerned with what we saw yesterday. If I'd have seen this performance in November, I think I'd have a lot more concerns than I do today because they are towards the end of a long trip. They had won 11 straight. That didn't look like what we've become accustomed to watching. And then Mitch Johnson uses the word hesitant a lot in the post-game press conference.
Yeah, when you play against a team like this in a competitive physical game as it was, in a hostile environment that it is, the first 10 minutes roughly couldn't have gotten almost any better for us. And we're at the free throw line blocking out a great foul that we had in terms of the situation that called upon it on Mitchell Robinson. He misses a free throw. They get the rebound. And that started the run. And I think that play wasn't the run, but we have to understand the delicacy of every possession and every detail, because when you're playing a team of this caliber and you give them, or help give them, I should say, obviously they had great effort to get the basketball, but something that should be more controllable than not. Now you let someone like Jalen Brunson get into a rhythm when you give him multiple opportunities, then we foul the shooter. And so I think that stretch got them going. We missed some shots, but then I think that stretch led us to being very hesitant, very indecisive, very on our back foot. And I think if you watched us even a little bit this year, the best version of us is fast, activity, space, pace, whether that's ball movement, body movement, or combination of. And at that point, through that stretch, we felt like in quicksand a lot both ways. And they get obviously a lot of credit for that.
Here's my concern as the Spurs head into the playoffs, because you take a team like the Knicks, for example. I don't like the matchup against the Knicks because of the style of game that they play. Now, they took a lot more three-pointers than I thought they do normally, but, man, they took a hell of a lot. But they kind of just make it just sloppy, and they're physical, and they get in your face, and that's playoff basketball to me. The style that Mitch Johnson is talking about, I've never seen a playoff situation where you have an up-and-down game like that. The playoffs are notorious for slowing down and being more physical, and every shot matters. And look, you go through a stretch in a playoff game where you miss 3, 4, 5 3-pointers in a row, you're down double digits quick.
Well, and again, they were up, 10?
Yeah.
And in the first quarter, and by the end of the quarter, they were trailing. And the start of the second quarter, not any better. Third quarter, a little bit more even, but playing from behind. And when you've won 11 straight, I think it's easy for Wemby to say, you know what, we can learn from this. 2.
No, I don't see any regression. I think it's good for us to see this kind of adversity. I mean, we want to play the best teams, and this is a top playoff. It's a top seed team, playoff team, experienced. They know what it's like, and they gave us a good showing today.
They gave us a good showing today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say they did. But again, I'm not too concerned about it as we sit here today. I want to see how they respond tomorrow. This team, I think they're a tired ball club. I mean, I know they're young, but I think they're a tired ball club. And I just believe that they're ready to get home. They're ready for this rodeo road trip to end. And it's been a very successful one, obviously. And so if you can respond, get a win tomorrow in Philadelphia, and then head on home for what is going to be a brutal schedule for the 6-game homestand. But you're back home, you're back in front of your fans, you're back in your own bed, and I think that will help this team tremendously.
And again, when you've been living out of a suitcase, you understand how tough that is, even with a couple of days off. Wemby struggling the way he did, especially with the turnovers. Defense was fine. You got to also credit New York. New York, there's a reason right now they're one of the favorites to represent the Eastern Conference in the NBA Finals. And so would I have liked a better showing? Of course. Season low in points. I mean, when you're getting your butts kicked, but it never felt like they quit until midway fourth quarter when the benches were emptied and there was no chance. Closing that lead to 8, making a run, but never getting past the 8 was because of what New York was doing. They proved why they are a good team. And as Mitch said afterwards, you can learn a lot from this. We'll see what they can learn.
Every game there's takeaways and learning lessons and moments that we want to extrapolate. And I think tonight is a great example of against a team that you want to be able to compete against in an environment that was hostile and is going to continue to get like this as the season goes on. And it's going to test your poise, composure. It's going to test your physicality and mettle, and those two things together is going to be the execution and the details and the connectivity of it. And so there's things to improve upon, there's things to learn from it, and there's things to just understand that this is what it's going to feel like.
And I don't think Mitch Johnson doesn't sound concerned at all, and I get it. And Spurs fans shouldn't be concerned with that loss either. It was due. They were due for a loss. They were due for a stinker. They've been playing great basketball. And now again, as we sit here today, I'm not worried about it, and as long as they don't have another night like that in Philly tomorrow.
Well, one of the things, and I'm, they're all human. They are young. In Jeff McDonald's article in the San Antonio Express News, or at least the online part that I'm reading, Dylan Harper apparently admits to being a little bit starstruck with all the famous people courtside, like Larry David and Michael Strahan and Tracy Morgan and Ben Stiller. Quote, "That was probably the biggest wow for me." Could it have simply just been you're at the Garden? And I know Wemby has played there before. Other guys, outside of Dylan Harper, they've all played there before. But it's been a while, and including Wemby, that you're facing a Knicks team on a Sunday, big crowd, all the celebrities are there. And it had the playoff atmosphere with all the celebrities. And NBC, or ABC rather, all the networks that carry games now, ABC rather, kind of give it that playoff feel with all the different celebrities and that sort of thing. I almost wonder if they didn't get caught up a little bit in the moment of where they were and who was watching.
I guess, but Dylan Harper's Ron Harper's kid.
Sure.
I mean, how many stars in basketball legends has he been around his whole life?
Again, though, you look over and you see, a Tracy Morgan or a Larry David. I mean, if he's a huge fan and they're sitting right there, how do you not? If he was asked and answered, that was the biggest wow for me. And admits, and according to what Jeff McDonald wrote, being a little starstruck, maybe there were more nerves involved here. Maybe that's one of the reasons why they were playing hesitant, as the way Mitch Johnson pointed out.
Well, I sure as hell hope they get over that.
Well, yeah.
I mean, they've been in L.A. before. They're big stars there. I don't know if I buy that or not. Come on. You're there to play basketball. You're going to tell me because Larry David is sitting in the front row, you're like, oh, I can't play. Please. Come on. Give me that crap. That's a bunch of BS. Go play basketball, man. Make them say, that's Dylan Harper out there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm starstruck.
Mm-hmm.
Please, Dylan, don't ever say that again to anybody. Please.
He's Ron's kid at this point.
Ron's kid. Come on.
Uh-huh.
Please.
Mm-hmm. I mean, let's face it. As Wemby said, I mean, they did not handle the physical play well from the New York Knicks.
I was surprised. Yeah. It feels like they're a good basketball team.
Yeah.
They got good actual basketball players, They're not like the nastiest ugly team, They're not an ugly team to watch, but they made our game ugly.
The physicality is something we've been talking about all year because that's what teams are doing to the Spurs now, and especially Wemby. And they're getting physical with him. And look, I thought the guards for New York did a hell of a job on Castle and De'Aaron Fox. And that was an issue. They made it tough for them to advance the ball and get into the sets that I know that Mitch Johnson wanted them to get into. And so there's a lot of that kind of stuff that they just outplayed them yesterday. There's no excuse. There shouldn't be any excuse. There's nothing out there. The Knicks were just the better team yesterday. Now, where it goes from here, it goes from here. But you give the Knicks credit and move on.
And give them credit, but I will ask you this. If they were to meet in the NBA Finals, seeing what you saw yesterday, what kind of chances would you give the Spurs?
I think they would have a plan for that. But I think experience-wise, the Knicks would win out. And I think they would win that series. I do. And if I'm the New York Knicks, I'm calling every celebrity there is. And I'm giving them all front row seats. I mean, if Dylan Harper's, all starstruck with Larry David, for God's sake, then I'm putting them all out there.
Curb your enthusiasm over this, would you?
Well, I'm just saying, I know Richie Cunningham was sitting out there. They showed a shot of him yesterday. You think Dylan Harper knows who the hell Richie is? He's Opie. Opie was sitting there. I was starstruck. I didn't know what to do. Come on, Dylan, please. That's what I'm doing. Dude, I'm giving every celebrity a free front row seat, for goodness sake.
Well, they're not free, but they are available.
Yeah.
The celebrity list that goes with it.
Yeah.
Bottom line is they can't turn it over the way they did. That was the unusual and kind of surprising part to me, especially the sloppy play from Wemby. And their lack of consistency from three-point shooting. When they were winning some of the games like Detroit where you didn't think they were because they were deadly from three-point range, you can't count on that. This Spurs team isn't consistently good in that way. When they're shooting 35, 40% from three, north of 40%, like that Detroit game, I want to say they were, 45%?
Yes.
They're going to be hard to beat. Like it would be any team shooting volume 3 points at that percentage is going to be tough to beat. What we saw was kind of normal for Spurs three-point shooting. If they were around 30, 33, 35 without a gazillion turnovers, maybe they end up winning that game.
Well, I don't know if they're ever going to win that game, quite honestly. I think the Knicks had a lot to do with the turnovers, and I think they out-hustled them. How many second-chance points do the Knicks have? I think they beat them in that category as well. It seemed like every time I turned around, the Knicks were grabbing an offensive rebound, and getting a second chance opportunity. So it was just one of those games, and I'm not worried about it. Do you have the number?
Yeah, second chance points 22-13.
Okay.
Fast break points 23-13. Points in the paint, Knicks 40, Spurs 38.
Well, so that's relatively good, but I mean the second chance points and.
Yeah, absolutely. But again, those second chance points, fast break points, points in the paint, and I don't know, they made 17 three-pointers. They dominated the San Antonio Spurs.
They did.
Period.
They were the better team yesterday, and I think you leave it at that, and you move on and hope the Spurs rebound and play much better against the Philadelphia 76ers tomorrow night in Philly to wrap up the rodeo road trip. Jerry Jones held court in Indianapolis, as he always does. And had some interesting things to say about how he's going to approach the offseason. Do you believe him this time? Because after that all-in comment, not sure you can take Jerry's word for anything. We'll see.
Your definition of what is all-in and mine might not be the same thing.
Let's see if we have any disagreements on definitions from what Jerry said at the Combine when we return here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
And I feel like we need to go down to Sammy's Embroidery and Printing and get T-shirts made that say all in. We'll see. If you need T-shirts made, whether you want them to say all in or with your logo on it, go see Sam over at Sammy's Embroidery and Printing down on San Pedro. If you run your own business, you're the manager, club leader, you need your logo on gear, Sam is the place to go. Whether you need T-shirts, screen printed, that logo on a nice golf shirt, a fishing shirt, a dress shirt. Sam has all the big name brands, North Face, Eddie Bauer, Nike, Travis Mathew, Under Armour, Port Authority, to name a few. Now he even carries a full line of Tommy Bahama. And the pricing on the Tommy Bahama is incredible, and that price does include your logo. If you need caps made, Sam has over 25,000 caps and more than 75 color combinations on display in his showroom just waiting for your logo. And, of course, he's got all the cap brands you want, like the Richardson 112-style trucker caps, Nike, Katie caps, Cap America, to name a few, and he has them in stock ready to go. He has over 700 uniform lines to choose from. Nobody has better prices. Sam is the only company in Texas with one-day turnaround. No order too big, no order too small. So call Sammy's Embroidery and Printing at 210-824-3900. 824-3900, or get into that massive showroom down on San Pedro. It's about a mile inside Loop 410 right there across from the McDonald's, or check the website samsembroidery.com for Sammy's Embroidery Club.
Been in a car wreck? Not sure what happens next? Thomas J. Henry knows, because Thomas J. Henry is one of the largest personal injury law firms in Texas. You deserve to get compensated for your injuries. You deserve a law firm that can take your case all the way to trial. You deserve justice. So don't settle for less than you deserve. Get Thomas J. Henry on your side. Visit thomasjhenrylaw.com. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. Principal Office, San Antonio.
Hi, I'm Chef Franklin Becker. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
I can't believe how spotless my floors look after using the Swiffer Power Mop. No more dragging around a heavy mop and messy bucket. Now I get the same deep clean without all the work. Thanks to the powerful solution and scrubbing pad of the Swiffer Power Mop, dirt and grime don't stand a chance, and I don't break a sweat. Mic drop. Mop drop.
Swiffer Power Mop. Swiffer Power Mop.
A smarter way to mop. Try it or your money back.
Hi, I'm April Ansira with the Ansira Auto Group. We've teamed up with 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star to give away $60,000 to local charities in our Bracket for a Cause contest. 64 local charities will be randomly paired with tournament teams. The winner will get $50,000, while the team that suffers the biggest loss gets $10,000. All the details on how your nonprofit can enter are online at Ansira.com. That's Ansira.com. Good luck.
Yo, Harvey, Zoe, group selfie.
Ooh, nice new iPhone 17, Drewski.
Let's do a triangle formation. I'm in front.
With a center stage front camera, everyone fits in the shot.
You got it at T-Mobile.
But switching takes forever.
Not anymore. Now you can switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes.
Focus, people. Nail your pose.
And you get a new iPhone 17 on them.
No way.
Yes way.
No way.
Yes way, guys. Switch to T-Mobile and get iPhone 17 on us. And right now, we'll pay off your old phone up to $800.
I'm grabbing my phone and switching to T-Mobile right now.
Get back, Harvey. We're taking a... let's go again, y'all.
With 24 monthly bill credits, finance agreement, 256 gigabytes, $830, eligible trade-in, example iPhone 13, and new qualifying line, $60 plus per month plan with auto pay plus taxes and fees. For well-qualified customers, plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. $800 via virtual prepaid card. Card typically takes 15 days after rebate submission, no cash access, and card expires in 6 months. Check out in 15 minutes per line. Visit T-Mobile.com.
The most beautiful time of year is upon us. Tax season. And Tax Slayer is here to help you file. We guarantee 100% accuracy and your maximum refund. Those are some good numbers. And you can trust me, because I'm a talking calculator. Did I mention Tax Slayer even has support from real US-based humans? If you have any questions along the way, beat the rush and start for free today. Tax Slayer. File fearlessly.
Presented by Robinhood.
He crosses, spins, pulls up.
With Robinhood Prediction Markets, buy or sell your predictions all game long. No house odds, just you versus the market. Put your sports IQ to work. Trade every shot, block, steal, run, and moment that shifts the game. With Robinhood Prediction Markets, trade every play. Visit Robinhood.com/predict to start trading. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars Spring Golf Classic is back. Monday, March 30th at the Golf Club of Texas. Get your slot now. $150 per person or $500 per foursome. The Spring Golf Classic, benefiting fitting animals at no-kill shelters across Texas, is presented by Flight by Yingling, sponsored in part by Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, PPL Motorhomes, and Ancira Auto Group. The Spring Golf Classic, Monday, March 30th. Sign up now at sasportstar.com.
Well, we're feeling a little generous about now because, after all, it is a Mellow Monday. We got a $50 gift card to give away to Mellow Mushroom, and I think we ought to do that right now. Minix, what do you think?
Sure.
Why not? It's good a time as any.
Absolutely it is.
Caller number what?
16.
16. 656-3776. 656-ESPN. Caller number 16, you're going to get a $50 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. You will enjoy that immensely.
You will, and kind of like this story that, quite frankly, if I'd have seen earlier, would have been perfect for the headline Blitz.
Yeah, without a doubt. It's a crazy story, dude.
Dude. So, you got to look up, I don't know where in Louisiana DeRider is. DeRider?
DeRider?
D-E, capital R-I-D-D-E-R. Is that how you pronounce it? DeRider?
Good as any.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, their mayor, and if this is her in this photo, her name is Misty Roberts. And maybe she's now former mayor because caller 16, she was caught by her 16-year-old having sex with one of his friends who was also 16 years old.
Well, her son caught them.
Yeah, well, so they were having a pool party. There was some drinking going on. Pledge, I don't know what you're pointing at over there. I can't see that because we've got a light that doesn't work well, and you've got a microphone. DeRider, Louisiana is where? Is it near New Orleans?
North of Lake Charles, just near the border of Texas.
All right. So,
okay.
So this is damn near Texas, but it ain't. It feels like a Florida story, but it's Louisiana. So this late night pool party, there's drinking involved, and then all of a sudden a 16-year-old's having sex with the mayor. Who's shiny?
Yeah, well, yes. Dude, look, and I don't know, this probably... Luke Cornett, forgive me. That is a fantasy for a 16-year-old kid. Are you kidding me? I mean, that's like I wished upon a star last night as a 16-year-old kid, and guess my wish came true.
Now there are some discrepancies from the courtroom. The prosecutors say that the son walked in on him, or actually, let me rephrase that. He took the stand. He said he was uncertain about what he saw. In the interview, he said that he saw his mother having sex with his friend through a crack in a window, but then also that he walked in on him. Then you had a DoorDash driver testifying that he delivered emergency contraception to her house the next day. Because apparently it was unprotected sex.
Apparently so. Wow, that crazy story. Can you imagine being this woman's son and walking in on that, going?
So are you mad at your friend, or are you high-fiving him?
No, I'm not. That's my mother. I'm not high-fiving the dude. I mean, if it was somebody else's mother, then you're probably high-fiving the kid, not your own, right? I mean, you don't want to have your buddy, taking care of your mom. Goodness gracious. I can see this happen. Everybody a little tipsy, pool party, kids probably drinking, and the mayor's going, hey, little 16-year-old.
Stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
So, well, obviously that happened.
Yeah, well,
because if you're 16 years old, I mean, how aggressive are you with the mayor of DeRuyter?
It's well, I mean, are you the I mean, dude, you got to shoot your shot when you're 16.
Apparently,
I mean,
he did.
You got a chance. Although, also in court, there were text messages that they showed in court kind of indicate maybe the dude was 17, not 16.
Oh, wow, that makes all the difference in the world. I guess I don't know. All I know is for a 16, 17-year-old kid to do that with her or any woman that age, I mean, let's face it, we all had that, didn't we? Although that thought process.
Mm-hmm. And surprise, a lot of alcohol at this game party.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of the photos that they showed in court, none of the witnesses testified to seeing quote-unquote private parts, but they were shirtless. You're in a pool. Jurors were also shown photographs from the party, including images of minors holding drinks near the pool.
Well, and again, I'm guessing that's illegal, but I mean, if they're at home and they're not driving anywhere, I don't know.
Still illegal.
It's still illegal?
Still illegal.
I don't know.
There's a pool party, there's alcohol, and there's questionable decision-making.
Which is pretty much par for the course.
To a teen sex trial in DeRuyter, Louisiana.
So what is she on trial with? For violating a minor?
Nowhere in this article does it actually say what the charges are. Now, we can all jump to conclusions on why, if she was having sex with a minor or providing alcohol to minors or you name it.
Or all of the above.
Or all of the above.
But again, I promise you it wasn't the 16-year-old that filed charges. He was like, bucket list, check. Holy cow. Well, good for him. It's a night he'll never forget.
I'm trying to tell. I can't tell if this one photo is the mugshot, but even if that's the mugshot, my goodness. She's wearing an orange top, but I'm not sure if it's a mugshot. She got all dressed up before she went there.
Well, she's the
But
mayor.
it doesn't say what she's charged with or why she's on trial.
I think what you just said, having sex with a minor and providing alcohol to minors. And I'm not talking about the ones in the cave.
Apparently, according to Marcus Floyd, she's been charged with a third-degree rape and contributing to delinquency.
Third-degree rape? Holy cow.
Stop.
Third-degree
Stop.
rape.
What you're thinking, I'm thinking, don't say that out loud.
Well, I'm just thinking that the guys say, please.
Stop.
Let's make it 2 counts. How about 3?
Stop.
Oh, my gosh. Dude, Marcus remembers 16 years old. I do. You do. Pledge
Marcus
does.
was in Corpus. Are you kidding? He was a legend at King High School. There would be no charges filed.
A legend
There'd be
at King
parades.
High School.
Yes.
Nobody was a legend at King High School.
Dude, just ask him.
Oh, well, I understand he thinks so, but King High School, second-rate high school in Corpus Christi. Come on.
Second-rate high school.
Yeah.
Well, were you a Corpus Christi Miller type?
No, I was none of the above. I was an Alice Coyote, and we hated Corpus Christi.
Oh, yeah.
Especially King High School.
Yeah, but
Come
that's
on.
where you guys went to go party.
Not at King High School.
Oh.
No. And Marcus, let me tell you something about Marcus.
Oh, here we go.
He grew up in a beach city, and he hates the sand.
It gets places.
Love you, Marcus. Finally got him to go on the sand when we were in California because we had to do a live shot on the beach.
And he was bitching the whole time.
I'm sure he was, yes.
What was your record against Corpus Christi King?
Dude, who knows? It
Oh,
was a long time ago.
0-4.
I don't think so. I mean, Alice ruled. I mean, seriously, the team we couldn't beat was Corpus Christi Carroll.
You couldn't beat Carroll?
Carroll. Bunch of surfer dudes.
What about Cal Allen?
Well, there was that, but we didn't play them regularly. But when I went to high school,
they killed everybody.
When I went to high school, Alice was a 5A school, so we played all the Corpus schools, all of them: Miller, Moody, King, Carroll, Ray.
Were you guys a playoff team?
Always.
Always. What district were you guys?
Whatever district that was, I have no idea.
This was before they, started letting everybody in the playoffs too.
It's true. It's when only 2 teams got in, or one team, the district champ. Now, you were much older than Marcus. It's not like you faced off on the football field.
I wouldn't say much older, but yes, I'm older than Marcus.
Multiple years.
Marcus, have you seen him? He's got a little salt and pepper going on.
Does he really?
Oh, yeah.
No, I haven't seen him in a while.
Well, he just needs a diet like you.
I don't dye my hair, dude. Now, this hair, yeah.
Well, with this hair, he's
talking about the facial hair.
Yeah.
Not the one on top.
No, just
as you're holding your head. I mean, I just wanted to clarify.
Oh, well, I'm holding what? What'd you say?
Your face.
It's a family show, Minix. Come on.
We would like to get back to Mayor Misty Roberts.
Yeah, we'll say.
In DeRuyter?
In DeRuyter?
He
sure did.
Pledge, look up what is the DeRuyter, Louisiana high school mascot. I need to know what the nickname is for DeRuyter, Louisiana.
DeRuyter Dragons.
Oh, the Dragons.
The Dragons, wow.
So he was slaying on a Saturday night pool party with the mayor,
He was. Breathing fire.
And then they needed some Plan B and handcuffs. Go figure.
Holy cow.
And you want to get into politics.
No.
See, if she was just, some dude's mom, I guess Bowling for Soup sings, if that was just Stacy's mom, it wouldn't be near as big of a story.
Bowling for Soup?
Yeah, another band actually came out with it first, but Bowling for Soup put it on another level.
All right. I will give Marcus some credit. He did get a scholarship to the Air Force Academy.
Yeah, he's a pretty smart dude.
Well, he
didn't last.
He didn't. He blew out his knee.
Oh, is that what it was?
Dude, I'm gonna tell you something though.
It blew out.
If you ever get around Marcus and you're having a couple of beers, get him to tell you some stories about the Air Force Academy. It's hilarious. It's funny stuff. So,
I did not know this, but I trust Renee, the Beer Santa.
Beer Santa, yeah.
Eva Longoria went to King High School.
Did she?
So now you got to untrash everything you just said about that fine school.
No, I don't.
They produced an Eva Longoria.
The hell's the matter?
What does Alice produce?
The hell's the matter with her?
Oh, it's not like she had a choice.
Well,
but what famous people have Alice produced? I mean, they're famous for some guy that had like 8 seconds in some movie about Utopia.
8 seconds. Yeah.
8 seconds in Utopia.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and I didn't have much of a. But Marcus says that's not true. He said she went to Miller.
She went to Miller High School.
Now I don't know. We got a little debate going on here.
I think I'd probably side with Marcus on this.
Oh, well, I don't. You're going to question Beer Santa?
Miller's the Buccaneers, right?
Miller Buccaneers, yeah.
And it's the King Mustangs.
King Mustangs.
The ugliest uniforms in Corpus Christi.
Green.
Yeah, they're disgusting.
They're green.
The old Buccaneer Stadium.
There were the Ray Texans.
Mm-hmm.
And what was Moody? What was Moody, Marcus? Moody.
What I'm about
Trojans.
to say, I can't say.
It's the Moody Trojans. That's what they were. Or are, I guess. Memory lane.
But I was so proud of how much money. I think we outspent everybody in Plan B.
Oh, thanks, Jerry. You're helping out DeRuyter.
Help them dragons out.
Or they deridden. Oh, my goodness.
I will tell you guys, it's Google image Misty Roberts. You won't be disappointed, and neither was that 16-year-old.
Well, I promise you, look, every 16-year-old, Mom, Dad, hide your ears, would dream of having a night like this young man did with the mayor.
I'm at 16, she could have looked complete opposite of how she looked, and you still would have done it. At 16.
Yeah.
At a pool party.
At a pool party.
Drunk.
Yeah. Now, Catherine on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page is going way back. Remember the movie The Graduate? It was Dustin Hoffman. This is a long time ago. This is like even I was a kid. But there was a lady, Mrs. Robinson. There's a song about Mrs. Robinson. So, wow.
Here's to you, Mrs. Robinson.
Yeah, something like that.
I'm more up to speed with Claymore talking about Stifler's mom.
Stifler's mom, there's that. Yeah, but...
And Stacy's.
Well, and everybody wanted Stifler's mom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jerry Jones wants Candy Lee. So, I mean, everybody wants somebody. We didn't talk about Jerry, did we?
Uh-huh. What?
It's hard. Yeah, it's definitely hard.
Gee whiz. Well, that's the problem with
Jacob
the 16-year-old.
Eric says, just censure her and let's move on.
Yeah, no kidding. Very nice. Very nice.
Look at that. What a great Cowboy segment that was.
But we'll continue that Cowboy segment when we return. Maybe. Here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Hey, let me brag a little bit about my Connecticut quality water softener. You know I love this thing. It's been in my house now for almost a year, and I love it. I truly love this thing. And again, I'll tell you, I was a skeptic when I first got it because I didn't think it could be any better than anything else I've ever had. But it is. I mean, and not just by a little bit, by a lot. It is head and shoulders better than anything else I've ever had. Out of the shower, you're cleaner. Your dishes are cleaner. Your clothes feel better. Out of the washing machine. It is just an incredible, incredible product. That's why it is the most popular water softener on the market. And Connecticut's been serving San Antonio for over 50 years. I love the fact that you don't plug it in. It does not run on electricity. It runs on that kinetic energy. I don't know what the heck that is. All I know is it provides soft water 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It is the best. You need to treat yourself. And they still got that deal going on. You buy a Connecticut quality water softener, they're going to give you a reverse osmosis drinking station for free, and they'll install it. It'll be right there at your kitchen sink. No more bottled water for you. You've got it right there in a tap that you can just turn on, and here it comes. It is fantastic. I love it. Plus, how about some free money? 0% interest for 12 months. It is a great deal. Treat yourself, treat your family, protect all the pipes and appliances in your house. That's what Connecticut does. Give them a call, 656-PURE, 656-7873, or you can get them online at ConnecticutSA.com. And you know the jingle, sing it with me. It's the last water softener you'll ever own. Call 656-PURE, Connecticut.
Riding I-10 with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6, KTFM Floresville, and everywhere at SASportsStar.com.
Nigel, why are you wearing a tuxedo?
That's not just a tux, it's a statement.
But your pants are 3 inches too short and your shirt has ruffles? Folks, there's nothing sophisticated about plumbing or AC problems. When repairs are needed, call Quarter Moon and we'll have a truck at your home or office fast and we'll fix the problem with fair pricing.
Joel, don't be jealous of my new look.
That looks like it's from the 70s, and man, it sure is tight.
Nonsense, Joel.
Quarter Moon Plumbing, AC and Heating, 210-651-5899.
License number TACLA 141-074-EM16004.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Okay, class, let's begin.
Psst, love your boots. I just sold a pair like that on eBay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it took like 2 seconds to list, and they sold almost immediately. I've been selling everything lately. Some chunky boots, a faux fur coat I never wore, and a vintage chair that was more of an expensive clothing rack.
You know, I actually bought these on eBay. Wait, are you Kitty Sell Stuff from Brooklyn?
Okay, quiet please.
Find what you love, sell what you don't. eBay. Things people love.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Jeff's day is off to a slow start. So he heads to AutoZone, America's #1 battery destination, where Sammy, a local AutoZoner, tests his battery for free. Looks like he just needs a charge. And Sammy does that for free, too. In no time at all, Jeff is back on the road, ready to finish the day strong. Free battery testing and charging at every store. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis, which causes joint pain, stiffness, and swelling? Does this sound like you? Listen to what it sounds like to be a million miles away. Tremfya guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy, and for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Visit Tremfya.com or call 1-800-526-7736.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Former Kentucky head coach Mark Stoops has been hired by Texas coach Steve Sarkisian as a special assistant. How about that? A little defensive help for the Texas Longhorns. San Antonio Spurs' 11-game win streak came to a screeching halt yesterday. They fall to New York, in New York to the Knicks 114-89. They wrap up the rodeo road trip tomorrow night in Philadelphia, taking on the 76ers.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the 3rd time in 7 seasons. The San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
On a Monday, we're getting it done right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagel. That's Jason Minix sitting over there, and we're happy to have you riding along with us on this Monday afternoon, whatever you're doing and however you are doing it.
Hopefully most of you are off work heading home.
Yeah, I hope you are. Walking out of the office there, getting in your car and turning on a little 94.1.
We'll
Perfect.
get you home.
Perfect.
We will get you home.
That's right. Not a problem.
Lots going on in the NFL today. League year's about to get started. And the Houston Texans offensive line was bad. And now they've traded away 2 dudes from their offensive line. They did add a running back.
They did.
I love the Texans trading for David Montgomery. They got rid of 2 offensive linemen today. You can only believe that at some point they plan on adding different offensive linemen. They can't have a plan with hope. They can't hope to add. They've got to have some dudes in mind because David Montgomery is a huge addition to that running back room and great for C.J. Stroud. But losing 2 offensive linemen, your better offensive lineman on a bad offensive line, I wouldn't be surprised now. They got 5 new offensive linemen going into next year. I don't know that I'd be surprised, but hard to build continuity with all these new dudes.
Well, they've got to get some better production, though. Obviously, I mean that's the weakest link on that football team is that offensive line, And when you've got a quarterback that you think is going to be your guy for the next however many years, you need to take care of him and keep him upright so he can do what he was brought there to do. And that offensive line, it's been a problem now for 2 years. And still, the Texans have overcome that to a large degree because of their fantastic defense and made runs in the playoffs. So, and quite frankly, should have been playing in the Super Bowl.
The woulda, coulda, what if offseason for the Houston Texans. And if this stat is true, with Titus Howard getting traded away today, he is the last draft pick by Bill O'Brien that's still with the organization. That's not true, Pledge?
I do believe Kaimi Fairbairn was drafted.
I would look that up. I don't think he was drafted. I think he was on the team, but not drafted. He's a kicker. Kickers tend not to get drafted.
Every now and then they do.
But we can look. I don't think this one was.
Okay.
And if not, the only remnants of Bill O'Brien's fingerprints is with your kicker. Who's a good player? Was he drafted or not? Oh, you're looking it up. Either way, talking about a damn kicker.
A damn kicker.
But it is weird because I think if you're a Houston Texans fan, you're thrilled with David Montgomery. You also know that means Joe Mixon is done.
Well, of course.
You kind of knew or hoped that anyway. But I can't wait to see what Nick Casario's corresponding moves are. Because it can't be we hope to find somebody in free agency or we hope to draft some guys that can come in right away. That defense is set. C.J. Stroud now with some healthier receivers and a running back room that includes David Montgomery and how great he is in the red zone. That's huge if you got somebody that can block.
Well, exactly. And just think about this for a minute. If they can improve that offensive line, they've got the receivers, obviously, with Collins. And if Tank Dell comes back healthy and C.J. Stroud, you got a running game. I think they got a tight end. I can't remember his name. I'm not sure what it He's kind of the weak link of that receiver core. But I digress.
His name is Schultz. You normally say something on that's close to that, but you can't say on radio.
Yeah, I can't say that on radio. Does he still have a year left? He signed a 3-year deal with him, didn't he?
Yeah.
So he's got a year left with the Texans. So, look, I mean, they're right there. And as good as that defense is, man, if you give CJ, if they can put some points on the board, this team, if you're a Texan fan, you got to have some high hopes this year that they're going to get back, obviously, in the playoffs and then and maybe take it all the way.
Fairbairn, by the way, was a free agent signing, not drafted, because he's a kicker.
Yeah. There have been some kickers drafted, though.
There have been.
A few.
He's not one of them.
No.
But when you look at and you think about what this means for Houston with the draft coming up, and it's so bizarre because, like, when the offensive line go through the combine, seems like everybody leaves. But it's hard to gauge offensive line. But they're always some of the best interviews, the funniest dudes. I'm curious if Nick Caserio spent more time around offensive linemen at the combine than maybe some of the other position groups. I mean, that's a dude that didn't even need to show up for the defensive guys. And if they could figure out offensive line, then, man, that Houston Texans team, my goodness, right?
Going to be fantastic.
But you trade away two dudes today that are going to get new contracts with their new team. You got Detroit. Well, we got to fix our offensive line. We've got an extra running back because we like Gibbs better, so do you want a Montgomery? Give us this offensive lineman. And then they make a trade with Cleveland, immediately signs a 3-year, $63 million deal. These were two dudes that other teams wanted, yet they didn't play well in Houston or well enough to keep their job, and that offensive line was trash.
Well, look, Titus Howard was probably arguably their best lineman, I would say. No? Who is, Pledge?
I would say Ariante Ursary, the rookie, played best last year.
All right. Well, Titus Howard must be pretty good, or at least the Browns think so.
He was solid.
I mean, 3-year, $63 million extension he's going to get to go to Cleveland. So, Juice Scruggs
Bust.
A bust. So he was just a throw-in, you think, with this Montgomery trade?
Well, I mean, to a degree now, there are a lot of picks involved too, but Detroit needs offensive line help.
Yeah,
That's
they
what
do.
they're going. So
Yeah.
there must have been something about Scruggs that they liked, or if that was the best offer they could get for David Montgomery, who's got a very affordable contract. And
That's still on a rookie deal, yeah.
Not Montgomery.
Not Montgomery.
Gibbs is.
Gibbs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Gibbs
yeah,
is.
yeah.
But, Montgomery's making less than $6. He does turn 29 in June. That would be the one concern is he's getting older, but it feels like that's the kind of running back Nick Caserio seems to like. But you pair that with Woody Marks, but, especially Scruggs, like this offensive line is getting another major overhaul this offseason, clearly, when you take two guys off. And outside of the rookie, what are you looking at? Honestly, 4 new starters next year, right?
Yeah.
On that offensive line, where I thought coming into the offseason they were going to retool the offensive line, not completely rebuild it, because you're always hearing about continuity with the offensive line group.
Isn't this basically the second year in a row they've done that with the offensive line?
Or third.
I mean, they've tried it, and they just can't seem to get it right. I don't know. I got to figure they have a lot of picks in the draft. I got to figure a few of those are going to be offensive linemen just to try to rebuild that thing. But I think if you're the Texans, and I'm not sure of their cap concerns, but I mean
they're there.
Yeah, you've got to. I think you need a veteran or two, don't you, to come in there and instead of relying on drafting a guy or guys that are going to come in and be good right away. It's going to be interesting for them because, again, that's the weak link for the Texans. Other than that, it's hard to spot another one. And you're hoping what we saw with C.J. Stroud in that Patriots game was just a bad day at the office and that's not going to continue as they move forward.
When you look at, outside of left tackle, every other job on that Texans offensive line is up for grabs, which will be the battles in camp, as unsexy as they are. But it's weird that you would have the investment that you have in all the skill positions, and you can't protect them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be one of the first to hammer C.J. Stroud when he's running for his life. And now, granted, what happened in the New England game, that was just a disgrace. But as many times as that guy's been sacked, you can understand his clock and his lack of confidence in the protection. You got Montgomery, great. But if you don't have anybody that can block for him, why? Right? That's what surprises me about these moves. And again, it's what we know today. I want to see how Nick Caserio's plan plays out because he's too smart of a general manager to just hope that they're able to get some guys in free agency or draft some guys that can come in and play right away.
Well, I don't know whether they're playing, unless he's looking to make another trade with somebody somewhere. I guess that's a possibility. But I don't know. Interesting moves. They certainly needed another running back. Woody Marks is not an every down dude. He's a change of pace guy. And I think adding Montgomery, I think they're in great shape at the running back position. So it's just that offensive line that's a concern. And unfortunately for Houston, it's been a concern for the last several years. And they have not been able to fix it. And I'm not sure that just one offseason is going to take care of that.
Well, and again, then you look at what the Texans gave up to get a running back. And it feels like I don't want to say overpaid for him, but they overpaid for him. But you look at the free agent running backs that there could be a bidding war on. I think David Montgomery's, I don't know, if he were a free agent, would be 2 or 3 on the list of available running backs. And so at least you guaranteed your guy.
Sure.
Will they do that with an offensive lineman? Caserio is one that does wheel and deal a lot. Will he do that to try to at least get one of those offensive line positions shored up before free agency or the draft?
Oh, Tyler Guyton's available, isn't he?
He could be.
For the right price. That's for sure. I don't know. Again, drama with the Houston Texans when it comes to this. They solve one problem and kind of create another, if you will, or make another worse. Anyway.
You look at, and obviously we talk to John McClain every Thursday. He tweeted out an hour ago, I've never seen a good team like the Texans blow so many decisions on O-linemen, whether draft choices, free agent signings, or trades. They've done a poor job of acquisitions and development. It's just amazing, really. But at least Nick Caserio and D'Amico Ryans keep trying.
Well, they do. But, man, that offensive line's pretty important, and they need to get it right, or at least try and fix that thing to give C.J. Stroud a little bit of breathing room. That's for sure, because, boy, goodness knows he could use it. Cowboys' biggest concern is their defense, and that's what they've got to concentrate on this offseason. Jerry held court in his bus at the Combine. We'll hear from Mr. Jerry Jones when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Are you ready to feel like yourself again this spring? If you've been dealing with low energy, weight gain, low sex drive, they're holding you back, it might be time to get your testosterone levels checked. And you could do that at Synergenics and Low T Center, where you will get TRT customized to you. Synergenics delivers hormone therapy built around the individual, not a standard protocol. Every treatment plan is customized based on comprehensive lab work, symptoms, provider evaluation. Ongoing adjustments are designed to keep patients optimized safely over time. Unlike telehealth middlemen, Synergenics and Low T Center, they operate as a vertically integrated medical practice, from diagnostics and provider oversight to treatment management and ongoing optimization. Patients receive coordinated care designed for long-term results, and they offer medically guided peptide and metabolic therapies as well that can help with support recovery, sleep quality, body composition, healthy aging, weight management. Right now, Synergenics and Low T Center are offering the T-test for men for free, and hormone testing for ladies is just $99. Normally, that's $299, so you can save $200. Book that appointment now. Go to Synergenics.com, Synergenics.com.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Meet Matthew Preston. Inside his apartment, everything he holds dear is protected by Progressive's renter's insurance, like his laptop and a surprisingly valuable collection of baseball bobbleheads. Outside his apartment, his laptop is still protected, as are his bobbleheads, which he carries around with him for reasons no one knows. Renters, the limits of protection aren't just the four walls of your home. When you're in Progressive's Protection Zone, get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers.
Hi, my name is Jason Thompson. For the past 32 years, I've represented San Antonians injured in auto accidents. I'm a second-generation attorney here in town. My father, Bob Thompson, has practiced law here in San Antonio for more than 50 years, and I learned how to practice law from him. I learned what it means to be asked to represent a client and the tremendous honor and obligation that comes with being someone's attorney. And here's what that means for you. If you call my office, I will be the one you speak to. I will be your attorney, not a staff member or a junior lawyer. 2, I have one rule in my office. If my client's happy, I'm happy. 3, relationships. A good one is built on communication, honesty, and time. I like talking to my clients. They're the only reason I go to work every day, and each is very special and very much appreciated. If you or a family member has been injured in an auto collision, please call me. My name's Jason Thompson. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 900-0400. Or you can go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $700, plus get a free adjustable base with select Sealy Posturepedic mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Sinex Saline Nasal Spray?
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultra-fine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Jen, I didn't know you shopped here.
Hey, I'm hunting for something fresh for spring.
Oh, girl, skip them all. Jewelry Television has the best spring looks right now.
JTV, way ahead of you. Just hit up JTV.com yesterday, scored the cutest clover earrings, 2 tennis bracelets, and this gorgeous pearl ring.
Right now, new customers get $20 off any purchase of $99 or more at JTV.com.
Oh, and gold hoops and this turquoise bracelet.
Just a couple things, huh?
Maybe more than a couple.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
We'll admit, we've already thrown in the towel on the New Year's resolution.
Yeah, and we made it through dry January. But one healthy new habit we're sticking with is Active Liver from New Nordic. Did you know your liver works around the clock processing food, sugar, alcohol, and everyday toxins? All things that can really impact your health.
That's why daily support matters. Active Liver is designed to help protect normal liver function and support your body's natural detox process.
With trusted ingredients like milk thistle, turmeric, and artichoke extract, it's gentle enough to take all year long.
No harsh cleanses, no extreme detoxes, just simple daily liver support. We really feel the difference.
Yup, more energy and the peace of mind knowing we can enjoy the good things in life while giving our liver the love it needs.
Active Liver is available online at Amazon or NewNordicUSA.com. Or you can find it in stores at CVS, Meijer Grocery, Wegmans, and now Active Liver is available at your local GNC.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars Spring Golf Classic is back. Round up your foursome, your work crew, your weekend golf buddies, even the ladies, and get ready for a fun, laid-back day at the Golf Club of Texas. Monday, March 30th. Lock in a team for just $500 for a foursome, or jump in solo for $150 per player and spend the day talking trash, crushing drives, and laughing your way around the course. This isn't a stuffy golf club tournament. It's golf the way it should be. The Spring Golf Classic benefits feeding animals at no-kill shelters across Texas, so you're having a great time for a great cause. Presented by Flight by Yingling and sponsored by Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chunk Club, PPL Motorhomes, and Ancira Auto Group. And when the last putt drops, the day is just getting started. Join us for the after party at the 90 Proof Bar at Lucky Ranch Road and Highway 90. Cold drinks, great food, and all the post-round storytelling you can handle. So pick your team, claim your spot, and tee up with San Antonio Sports Star. Sign up your foursome now at sasportstar.com.
You know, I know there's rumors this time of year, but I'm just seeing some of the Giants are interested in Kenneth Walker. I'm sure every team is possibly interested in that guy, but don't they have that dude from Arizona?
Cam Scattaboo.
Yeah. That'd be interesting to see what happens.
I would be, well, unless Harbaugh is not a fan of Scattaboo.
Well,
being a new coach there.
That's possible.
Which
I don't know how you're not a fan of Scattaboo, honestly.
I mean, you're a fan of him, but you also worry about his longevity.
Well, true.
On a football field or in life with the way he plays and lives. If you got a reckless quarterback, you can't have a reckless running back. So,
no kidding.
Although all the rumors, all the as we get close to free agency and who's going where, who are good fits. The question is, how involved will the Cowboys be?
Yeah.
Now, you listen to Jerry, and now granted, he was also all in not that long ago and did not a damn thing. But this offseason, it's about busting the budget, right?
That's what he said.
He was asked on his bus the other day in Indianapolis if he expects to spend more money in free agency this year.
Well, that's two questions.
Not really.
Do I see me ending up spending more money than maybe if you put a perfect picture together that the guy that's back there looking at the account would say we don't have any or don't have enough? I could see me being aggressive. I could see us being aggressive in free agency. And by the very virtue of having two number ones, we're going to spend more money in the draft than normally you would spend, even though we don't have a two. Everybody knows those 2 ones are dramatically different than a two financially. So we'll spend money. It'll be like the time that when I first got involved, they had a deal called Plan B. And that was a free agency kind of a start toward free agency. And every team had to expose so many players. And I was so proud of the fact of how much money, I think the figure was over $2 million at the time. But I was so proud of how much money, I think we outspent everybody in Plan B. And I was very proud of that. You have no idea how that cut into my available funds at the time. I have no idea. But to answer your question specifically, I would bet that we will spend more money in free agency than we have.
I hope so. I really do, and we'll see what happens, because Jerry can say a lot of things on that bus that don't necessarily come true. But I look, they need some help, and I don't think it's all going to come through the draft.
Well, and again, I think he's being 100% accurate and honest and would win the bet, because we went from all in.
Your definition of what is all in and mine might not be the same thing.
And you just heard him say they could be.
We're going to be selectively aggressive.
Which was also there, but his bet is he's going to spend more this year than maybe he has. When was the last time that dude spent any money in free agency?
Well, it was Brandon Carr?
Yeah.
That's been a while.
Is he going to spend more this year than he did last? Yeah, signed one dude, and you won your bet, Jerry.
Well,
I mean, seriously,
Well, remember, he brought in a bunch of guys on small one-year contracts.
Sure. Older.
So,
I mean, that's what I'm saying. If he's going to truly be aggressive and go out and sign an impactful free agent, then, yeah, he will win the bet. And he's going to say, look, man, I told you we were going to break the bank. But did you really? I mean, because the bar is so low. Right, the bar is low as far as how much money is he willing to spend in outside free agents. Now, I'm not talking about, neither are you, about re-signing your own guys. Sometimes Jerry likes to count that.
He does count that.
Yeah, but I mean, we're not talking about getting a deal done with Brandon Aubrey or with George Pickens. See, I spent all this money. No, we're talking about bringing guys that played for another team last year that you're going to go out and say, you know what, you're going to make our team better. We're not hoping, because at one point you were thought to be good and it hadn't worked out, that the change of scenery is going to magically turn you into a great player, Kenneth Murray, because it's not. Go spend some real money, Jerry.
Well, and I hope he does. And there is that trade that's being rumored by Albert Breer that the Cowboys could be involved in a Max Crosby situation. But there's 5 other teams that he claims are interested in Max Crosby as well, which we've been talking about for some time, and I'm just not sure that it's going to happen. Not for the Dallas Cowboys. Now, Max Crosby could be traded.
Could be.
And I kind of think the way it looks now, he's going to be. I think there's some teams out there that might just give the Raiders everything they're looking for to get a guy like Max Crosby.
Now, in free agency, there's always competition. And in a trade like this, there's going to be competition because there are a number of teams interested in Max Crosby. In fact, if you're not interested in Max Crosby, you shouldn't probably be a general manager in the NFL.
With that. Yes.
Now, what are you willing to give up? What are you willing to pay? I, as a Cowboy fan, am not allowing myself to get too excited about the possibility of Max Crosby putting a star on his helmet. Although I can be tempted when you hear Jerry talk about, dude, this defense can turn around quickly.
One of the better, that may be a stretch. A defense that could support an offense the way that we played at the level last year and get us into the playoffs and give us a chance to get good after we get in the playoffs. I see that defense this year. I do. And like I told you, we don't have to do much to get better. And I'm not trying to be trite. We just don't have to do much, but better, just better, would not get it done in my mind. We really got to come out and be sound, and I think we've addressed every phase of it. And I think we're very capable of doing not only better, but playing defense at a level that would get us in the playoffs. I believe that strongly.
Well,
Strongly.
Look, I think it was Shoddy that said the same thing, that it's just not going to take much. Maybe it was Stephen Jones. But I don't know. I look at that defense completely different. I mean, the secondary, I don't know what Deron Bland is going to be like after another injury to the same foot. I'm not sure if he comes back and does anything. You've lost Diggs, which was not a loss necessarily. I think that defense needs a lot. You need a pass rusher. You need a linebackers. You need secondary people. And I don't buy that you already have some pretty good players there. I don't see them. Tell me where they're at.
Well, I mean, they're hiding. But again, listen to what the man said, right? You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But when you listen to what Jerry said, it won't take much for them to be better. Because they were so bad last year, it won't take much for them to be better.
Yes.
I think that is a very true statement. And he is being trite because he knows that we're not talking about going from 27, 28, 29, wherever the hell they finished 21. See, we're better. I mean, but he's right. It won't take much for them to be better than they were last year because they were so god-awful last year.
No, they were terrible last year. I mean, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of holes to fill.
But they've got to go get some guys in free agency. And they have to draft players that can be immediate impact types.
We've got to watch out, saying, well, let's maybe get more numbers. That happens if you trade back some. I'm not saying we won't trade back, but that happens when you trade back some. Well, if you say, well, we need numbers, well, don't do that to the extent that you end up with guys that, because they're going to be on the field more than likely. And we can't do that with guys that don't give us a chance. We can't redshirt second-round pick. We don't have a second-round pick to begin with, but if we got one, we can't redshirt those guys this year. We've got to go. Answers, that's part of an example of your question. We got to go this year. We got to have it out there. We got to be working it this year. This staff we put together. One thing I like about them is they're straining at the bits.
Yeah, and he's absolutely right about these guys have to be ready to go, especially if you draft two defensive guys in the first round. If that's the way that they go, those guys have got to be ready to play, and they've got to produce. But are you willing to take a chance that rookies, even high draft pick rookies, are going to be the solution that you need for that defense? And look, the defense can be a little bit better going with that scenario, but Jerry said to make the playoffs. To make the playoffs, that defense has got to be a lot better.
It does.
Than it was. And then are you going to have Pickens? It looks like they will, unless they get involved in some sort of trade for him. So the offense is going to be solid again. But if you can't stop anybody, you're not going to make the playoffs again.
Well, and that's where I look at just listening to Jerry and trying to translate what he says and what he means, right?
Sure.
He's right. It won't take much for them to be better than they were last year. Okay. It's more expensive to have 2 1s than a 1 and a 2. That answer there, I'm confident now that they're going to trade one of those picks to get some second-day picks. But also, they're not looking for any projects. And there have been some busts, but questionable guys when drafted, both out of Michigan that I'm thinking about, Mozzie Smith and Taco Charlton. They both had some issues on their tape, but they kept talking about how much they loved their upside. So either the Cowboys failed to develop them or they were bust to begin with. Seeing how especially Taco is doing in the UFL, I'm going to say that, bust, right? But that was a project. They were project moves. Could have had T.J. Watt. Instead, they went Taco no bueno. So when you look at their mindset isn't, we like this guy's upside. That they have to focus on guys that can come in right away. And that's a different mentality. And again, when you had DeMarcus Lawrence in front of, you could afford to take a chance and develop a guy that could be the next. They just missed on that. They don't have that luxury to develop or to draft a developmental type player. They've got to be looking for immediate impact, which, quite frankly, you should be at any point you're drafting in the first or second round.
Well, look, I think at 12 for sure. You've got to hit on that one.
Yep.
And then whatever they do at 20 is what they do. But that's why I say you cannot rely on the draft to fix that defense. Not immediately. And because then you're just hoping. You're praying that these guys come in and they have an impact. And in order to get that done, you're going to have to go out and spend some money and get some veteran players in here. Nakobe Dean was mentioned last week. Philadelphia Eagle linebacker would be a huge addition.
It would be, but one of the problems in Philadelphia is dude's always hurt.
Well, true, but I mean, you could probably say that about most guys.
I mean, this guy's, and again, I would love for him, if healthy, on the Cowboys. But as an Eagle friend of mine told me, he's like Leighton Vander Esch or Sean Lee. Great when he's out there.
Yeah.
And now I looked up, go look up his games played. Availability has got to be key.
Very true. It does. They got to do something. They're going to have to take a chance on some veterans. I would not want to hope that what you do in the draft is going to take care of what you need taken care of, because it won't. And the odds are it's a 50-50 prospect at best. And if you're hoping on the draft to fix that defense, well, you'll be watching the playoffs from home one more time, in my mind.
Exactly what it is. And again, Dean would be great. Let me pull up his stats if I can. Let's see. In 22, he played 17 games. In 23, he played 5. 24, he played 15. And in 25, he played 10, started 8.
So he's every other year. So it says to me that this year he's going to play 16 or 17.
It's possible. Now, his rookie year, he didn't start any. In 23 of the 5 games he played, he started 4. In 24, he started all 15 that he played. And then last year, he started 8 of the 10 that he played in.
Interesting. He's a good player.
Yep.
But again, you're right. He's got to stay healthy, and you got to be available. And if you're not, well, obviously doesn't do the team any good at all. So it's going to be – I say this all the time, but I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a hell of an offseason, and we are going to be here to watch every move or non-move that is made by the Dallas Cowboys and the Houston Texans, for that matter, because they're looking for offensive linemen. I'm a fat guy and I need work. Come to Houston. Let's go.
There's jokes to be made there.
No doubt. No doubt. Hey, when we come back, let's talk a little Spurs basketball. What do you say? They had their 11-game winning streak snapped yesterday afternoon in New York. One more game on the rodeo road trip in Philly tomorrow night. We're talking about it when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, nobody ever plans on getting arrested, but it does happen to a lot of people every day for all kinds of reasons. If you get arrested, you know you want to get out of jail fast, and you know the best way to do that is by calling my good friend Albert and his great staff at AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text BAIL to 474747, or you can start the bonding process online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else to get out of jail, and you don't want to be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you a PR bond, make sure you truly understand what all those conditions are before accepting it. Your best option for stress-free bail bonds is AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They offer payment plans, have a free shuttle service. They are discreet and confidential and open 24/7 with offices all over San Antonio and Texas, services nationwide. So if you're up in Dallas, down in Corpus, anywhere in between, license number 149, call AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121, or go online at mybestbailbonds.com.
For decades, Rudy's Barbecue has been serving San Antonio incredible barbecue. They've also been a legacy community champion, and now is no different. Every time you visit Rudy's Barbecue, you're invited to make a $10 donation to the Puppy Food Bank, and Rudy's will give you $15 in free barbecue on your next visit. So head on over to Rudy's Barbecue for a great meal and help the Puppy Food Bank support pet rescue shelters at the same time. This Rudy's Barbecue offer is a doggone good deal.
I love my Kinetico water softener. Dave here, and yes, I own a Kinetico. Other water softeners just can't measure up. So if your old unit keeps breaking, leaking, or burning through salt, stop paying for frustration. A Kinetico doesn't run on electricity. It powers itself using your water flow and only cleans itself when needed, not on a timer. And Kinetico backs its efficiency claims with independent testing through the Water Quality Association. Kinetico protects your plumbing and appliances. It helps dishes and fixtures stay cleaner and leaves your skin and hair feeling better. And right now, with the purchase of a Kinetico, you receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. For clean, pure water 24/7, call Kinetico of San Antonio and the Hill Country, 210-656-PURE, and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
KineticoSA.com.
License number 38961.
Hi, I'm Chef Franklin Becker. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
Trust is earned. That's why I've stuck with Straight Talk. Same price since 2009 on Verizon's 5G network. Cause shoot, anyone can make a promise. Keeping it for years, that means something.
Now plans starting at $25 a month with 4 lines. Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Same price claim applies only to the base monthly price of our $45 plan from October 2009 to present.
The second I see that Chick-fil-A text in the group chat, I'm throwing my shoes on and running out the door. Hey, I'm Layla.
And I'm Kaylin.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit is
how it feels like an easygoing morning.
The chicken adds the most flavor. It's juicy and seasoned.
The biscuit is just very light and airy and fluffy, just like a cloud.
I also love to put jelly on mine so it's sweet and savory.
It's a good start to the day.
Mornings are a little bit brighter with the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit and Simply Orange Juice. Available on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Save $10 on a pair of Rain-X Latitude wiper blades at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Our professional parts people will even install them for free.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
That's for sure. And we're happy you're here with us on this Monday afternoon on Blitz 94.1. San Antonio Sports Star, I'm Joe. He's Jason. Hope you had a good day today.
Well, sure. It was a great day. Tomorrow is going to be a big day for McDonald's, apparently.
That's what I hear. What's going on?
Well, not that Arch Manning needs any extra money, but I hope McDonald's has reached out for a marketing and NIL deal, because McDonald's is announcing, or not announcing, they've announced it. They are going to introduce. It'll be available tomorrow for the first time. The Big Arch.
The Big Arch.
The Big Arch is what they're calling it. And I don't know if you've seen the video of the McDonald's CEO on online. He's getting hammered because he takes a bite of this thing and the look on his face. Even though he says all the right things, he is just getting hammered over the Big Arch. One, Dude, it's McDonald's. It's the Big Arch, and he takes the smallest little bite.
He does. I bet that dude never eats McDonald's.
I mean,
he never eats McDonald's. Come on.
And you figure, because it's kind of like the ones in advertising, the photo shoot burgers. They never look like that. And that's any place, not just McDonald's, right?
Right.
But the Big Arch apparently is a large premium burger launching tomorrow. 2 quarter-pound beef patties, 3 slices of white cheddar cheese, crispy onions, slivered onions, pickles, and a new tangy Big Arch sauce.
Big Arch sauce?
Again,
the hell is that?
The NIL deal for Arch Manning could be all over the place.
The Big Arch sauce. Wow.
On a toasted sesame and poppy seed bun. It's only got about 1,020 calories, being billed as a monster burger for customers seeking a larger, more filling option than a standard double quarter pounder. It's the biggest McDonald's burger.
Now, see, I do like the quarter pounder at McDonald's.
Sure.
Big Mac, not a Big Mac guy, but so I might have to try this burger.
Well, why don't you like the Big Mac?
I don't know. There's too much. You can't leave that middle bread out of there.
Well, you can ask them to take the middle bread out.
Well,
or when you get wherever you're going, you could do that yourself.
I guess. Why? I don't want to do that.
It's also the Big Mac sauce.
Well, what's the
You'd
Big
rather
Arch
have the
sauce?
Big Arch sauce?
Oh, I don't know. It might be better.
Well, it says it's tangy.
He'd take a trip up to Austin and ask old Arch himself.
Dude, that's creepy. That's creepy.
Wonder if the writer teacher knows what the Big Arch sauce tastes
let me ask you this, though. Pledge, are you willing to try the Big Arch, knowing it's got the new tangy Big Arch sauce, without knowing what that tastes like? I mean, do you get a sample Big Arch's sauce before you buy the burger? And please don't ever wipe it off your check.
Can you?
You got to be very careful now with the Big Arch sauce.
Can you ask for a sample? Hey, I'd like to try a sample of that Big Arch sauce, please. It's probably the same thing, right? What's the Big Mac sauce? Thousand Island dressing?
Mayonnaise? Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know.
So you don't like the Big Mac sauce?
I'm not a Thousand Island person.
Oh, of course not.
Well, I'm with
But you
Pledge
get
there.
Big Macs, though, don't you?
No.
Oh.
I'm with Joe on the double quarter pounder.
Yeah, just get
Yeah, those are good.
Yeah.
Those are good. I like those. And McDonald's, it still is there with the fries, man. I mean, they've got good fries.
Well, and those 2 little cheeseburgers is the best
perfect
driving meal out there.
Yep, perfect.
I mean,
you get a double cheeseburger.
You can.
You can.
You can.
Perfect little one-hander.
I did that once. Yeah, you hold it in one hand. Drive with the other.
Can't hold the Big Arch with one hand.
That's what I've heard.
You don't know that. You have no idea.
I wouldn't even want to try to hold the Big Arch with one hand. Are you kidding me? See, the beauty of the little cheeseburgers is that they don't have all the crap in them. Because if you're eating like a Big Mac or even a quarter pounder, they got all this stuff where you're trying to drive and it just spills all over you and
all the stuff.
All the stuff.
Well, Pledge, did you pull the audio of the CEO describing his new burger? It's almost like he didn't know anything about it. He's like, yeah, there's meat in there and gooiness. Gooiness, huh? Uh-huh.
Gooiness.
Gooiness.
Uh-huh.
Gooiness. That's how you describe it, huh? Way to sell things. Oh, this is really good.
Now, see, I'd have to get away from the crispy onion things, too.
You don't want crispy onions?
No, I don't want that on there.
Well, Pledge don't want any kind of onion.
Mm-mm.
Well, I like onions, but I don't like those little crispy things they put in there.
Crispy onions?
Yeah.
You don't like those?
Not necessarily.
It just gives you a little bit of crunch.
I don't want to crunch. I hope there's a pickle in there that can crunch.
It says pickles right there.
Well, there you go.
But they generally don't have crunchy pickles at McDonald's.
They're soft?
Kind of soggy, yeah.
Soggy, soft ones?
Yeah. You don't get the crunch.
Here with, you've heard about it.
Oh, here we go.
Here it is, the Big Arch. This is something that we have tested already in Portugal, Germany, Canada.
Portugal, huh?
I love this product.
Oh,
It
yeah.
is
Love
so
it.
good. I'm
Portugal.
going to do a tasting right now, but I'm going to eat this for my lunch, just so you know. So here we go. First, holy cow. God, that is a big burger. We've got a very unique kind of sesame poppy sort of bun on it.
Sort of, huh?
We've got 2 quarter-pound patties, a delicious Big Arch sauce, and of course some lettuce. So, there's so much going on with this. First of all, let's try to get this thing. I don't even know how to attack it.
He doesn't know how to eat a
So
burger.
to it. Oh, there's also some crispy onions on here as well. I see those kind of coming out. All right, the moment of truth. That is so good.
Yeah, that's
That's
not
a
what his
big bite
facial
for a
expression
Big
says.
Arch. It's distinctively McDonald's. Only McDonald's could do this type of burger, but it also is unlike anything else on our menu. It's a delicious product. You know, you've got sort of the cheeses and the gooiness, but those crispy onions as well gives a nice texture. And of course, we've got the pickles. So I'm going to enjoy the rest of my lunch, but Big Arch, try it when you can get it.
I wonder where he went to lunch after he took that little small bite.
How
How do you say a big bite for the Big Arch? And look at it. I mean, the video's everywhere. The dude is getting hammered.
He had his salad in the refrigerator. I mean, he looks like a salad kind of guy with, let's put some little chicken
Word's
things on there.
going to come out that the McDonald's CEO is vegetarian.
That's exactly right. And that dude probably puked up that bite he took.
Dude.
It was distinctly McDonald's.
Yeah, it was that big Arch sauce. It's delicious.
Crap, but it's cheap. It's under $10. Get yours today.
$10.
That's what it says.
Holy
Roughly
cow.
$8.79.
Is that cut with fries and a drink? For
No,
goodness
that
sake?
$11.89 if you want the.
All right, well, I guess that's not
give or
cheap.
take. Well,
That seems expensive, doesn't it?
It does.
For McDonald's, it's supposed to be cheap.
When was the last time either of you guys went to a fast food burger joint?
Well, I go
kind of
to,
live at them.
well, yeah, I go to Whataburger or
All right, and how much?
Burger Boy or
How much? How much is? When was the last time you were at Burger Boy? Don't lie to the people.
I don't know. It's been a couple of months.
$7 to $10 for a fast food burger is normal.
Jeez, I guess. I mean, seems like I go to Whataburger and I was get the number 4 because it's got jalapenos on it.
Uh-huh.
And it seems like it's less than $10 for fries and a drink.
No.
Unless you upgrade.
No.
Gotta upgrade.
I'll have to.
All of them are right around $10.
Well, I'll have to check that out. I didn't notice, I guess.
I mean, unless you're rolling in there with a coupon.
Well, I've got my app.
Again, not a coupon.
Rewards, baby.
With rewards, I could do that.
Let me pull up my Whataburger app. I can't wait for them to come out with the Big W to combat the Big Arch.
The Big Dub. But it won't have Big Arch sauce.
I just usually end up getting like a 3-meat burger.
Do you get a 3-meat?
Yeah.
See, I've never done that.
It's delicious.
I like the double meat.
That's just insane.
I like the double meat.
Just meat and cheese.
Yeah.
A little bit of ketchup. That's it.
Ketchup. No ketchup, Pledge. Come on. Ketchup on the fries.
No.
Not on the burger.
No fries.
No fries.
Oh, no. I get fries. No ketchup. I don't like to put things. I don't want to have to dip my fries because you're ruining the fry.
What do you mean you're ruining the fry?
You're ruining the fry.
By putting ketchup
a fry
on it?
should stand on its own.
Come on, dude. Everybody puts ketchup on their fries.
Nope.
Everybody.
And that's the great thing. Whataburger's got a great fry.
And for the record,
they do.
On my Whataburger app, the double meat Whataburger, I went with that because that is comparable to the
Big Arch.
Big Arch.
It's $11.29.
Just by itself.
Well, for the meal.
Well, that's not bad. That's what I'm saying. So, see, like Sam on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube channel says my burgers are like 11 to 13 by themselves.
Yeah.
What are you eating? Wagyu beef?
I mean, well, in the double meat without cheese is $7.29. So I'm sure once you add the cheese
and bacon.
No,
I'm just
no.
adding bacon.
No bacon.
What?
No bacon.
Well, you can add bacon.
I'm not adding bacon.
Well, you're not, but
Why
there are a
not?
lot of people out there that like bacon.
I like bacon, but I don't like it on my burger.
What the hell's wrong with you?
There's a lot wrong
There's a lot
with
of
them.
things
Why,
wrong.
why would you ask that question? You know the answer to that.
I'm not eat. I don't want to eat bacon on my burger. I don't see why there's a problem there. No bacon, no crispy onion strips.
And
no big arch sauce.
three slices of cheese on the Whataburger app, trying to, again, keep it comparable to the Big Arch. That's $1.80. Now we're up to $9.09.
Wow.
Hey, and you're complaining about $8.79.
And that's just the burger itself.
Just the burger by itself with 3 slices of cheese.
Wow.
You want to add bacon?
No.
You can add jalapenos for 65 cents.
Well, that's fine.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, grilled?
Grilled onions you can add for no charge.
No, they'll grill the jalapenos.
They'll grill the jalapenos, too. Yeah, it makes them hotter.
Well, it says, do you want grilled or regular?
No,
So
it makes
right
the
here-
jalapenos hotter
Why would you do that?
when you grill them. Because I like hot stuff.
Mhm. Take you and your Big Arch sauce and go home.
That's right. We got a
Anybody
hell of a
hungry?
time.
I'm kind of hungry now.
Big Arch.
Mm-hmm.
Go get some sauce. Pledge, you got a show tonight? Extra Innings with James Pledger is coming up next year on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Be sure and join those fellas in the morning. AJ and Rob, the Morning Huddle, they get you going at 6 a.m. And Minix and I will be back here at 2. Until then, everybody, have a great night.
Riding I-35 with the Blitz.